Check 1 2 1 2. I think we live right now, baby. It's game time. Let's get this shit cracking like this.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Emotions out of focus, I'm crawling at my lowest. Feet hit the streets like a high-speed pursuit. I'm wild when I move, burning to your head, about to tighten up the noose. Bunch of clown faces blowing clouds of the roof. Woof, woof, hooters at the door, now they trying to run up in. I am not a guppy shark, stash everything. Dope in the pussy like a B of A deposit. Baby girl robotic, she gang bang robotic. Hang with the wolves or you gotta pull your weight. Told the biggest tool, keep one in the chain. This is not a date, dance with the Mex, get your face in the cake.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Pennies for my thoughts, I still can't make a dollar. Anybody home, Mr. 38 revolver. Holla, Lord, I need change. Heard you heal the hurt, I heard you kill the pain. Homie down the street, you left them dead in the dirt. Now his mama growing grays. Clouds in the skies leave tears on the grave. No smile on the face, just another t-shirt. Small funeral, see his girl when they flirt. Shit still fresh, still smell death. Bunch of drug addicts, can't wait to fuck next. Let the pussy rest, waiting on the prey like a goon in your home. It's 2 in the morning.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go.
New music, Lucky Sanzu, Nate No Face. That song is called Devil's Game. That is on all digital platforms. I mean, if you're feeling it, go out and cop it. You know, it supports the podcast. It supports the movement right here. You know what I mean? Happy Sunday, everybody. Glad you guys are all able to make it. Some of you, some people are still tapping in. It's all good. Today's podcast is brought to you by Tone Luck. Tone Luck. Tone Luck is the name. In case you haven't heard of him yet, I'm about to let you know. I'm about to let you in on Los Angeles' newest best-kept secret, a professional photographer, a visualist with a keen eye for perfection. You have an idea, he'll paint it out for you with his lens and his camera. Amazing, huh? Nothing speaks louder to your audience than beautiful imagery and color. Let Tone Luck bring his talent and imagination into any of your projects, whether it be an event, on an interview, a party, your tia's birthday. It doesn't matter. Tone Luck got you covered. A professional photographer. Jesus, that was rude. Who burps in the middle of an ad? I do. My bad. A professional photographer at Originals Magazine. He's done lowriders, models, real estates, and porn stars. No, I added that one. He didn't do the porn stars. Check him out on Instagram at Tone Luck, TONLUCK, right? And his website is www.toneluck.net. All his contact information should be on both of these platforms. Email or DM him for info. Follow him if you haven't yet, and make sure to remember the name, Tone Luck. Tone Luck, everybody. If you guys need a photographer,
just bust a move.
He's going to take care of you and shit. It's early in the morning, man. I got my coffee right here. I got a bang, man. I got a mixture. I got a fucking mixture of things going on right here. Okay, today's podcast comes out my backyard. Well, my backyard is our backyard, right? I've known this individual for damn near 30 years. I'm very grateful that this man can sit across from me, free from prison and breathing the breath of life. because there's a lot of cats that we grew up with and shit that didn't. It's not possible, you know. Blessings to them. We love you guys, man. Out of Northeast Los Angeles, Highland Park, I want you all to give a warm welcome for Rudy Youngster Vargas. Let's go. What's up, my G? How you doing, dog?
I'm right here, my boy.
How you feel?
I feel good. I feel good, little motherfucker, right now.
Yeah, I know you're on your like fifth fucking beer, bro. I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, like, damn, this fool needs to slow the fuck down, dog.
Hell yeah, that's why I'm just pre-gaming that shit.
You pre-gaming it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, how's your weekend been? I mean, it's Sunday. I mean, how's the weekend
Thanks to
been?
the homie from Anaheim for supporting us, bringing these modelos and shit.
Yeah. We got a crew right here. We were talking about our crew earlier, and you know, we just I'm building a crew right here at Hoodstocks that are from all areas. You know what I mean? All areas. Yep. And you know, there's no discrimination. Those are just fools from LA. Nah, we got homies from Anaheim on the team. We got homies from IE on the team. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we want to keep it you know, unity. We're all here together. There's no sides. There's one side, and that's us. Yeah. Hoodstocks, baby. You know what I mean? You know, most definitely, dog. But how's your weekend been, bro?
It's been cool. Before I start anything, I want to say thank you, Lucky, for allowing me to be right here with you, my boy.
Absolutely. I mean, when I first started this podcast, you were always like, when me and YG connect, we will connect when the time is right. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it just like, you know, we connected, dog, and I said, let's get it cracking. You agreed to it, dog, and here we are now. I mean, you have lived a very, very, very crazy fucking life. You were. It's almost like you didn't really have no choice. I mean, we all have a choice, but when you're brought up in a family like yours, right? Your family is pretty deep rooted in the hood, right? Yeah. So to speak.
The gang subculture, like third generation, like that's how it is. I mean, like my mom's side, we're my grandfather, my mom's father, he's a full-blooded Apache Indian. He actually came out in the Hall of Fame. He's a famous boxer out of Los Angeles. His name's Louis Bernal. You can look him up. Louis Bernal, and he comes up as he went out right now. He was in the Hall of Fame as a boxer, and he was like in the 30s, I want to say. In the 40s, he was a boxer, right? And they lived in Chavez Ravine right there. And after, you know, they went and told everybody right there that they were gonna move them out for a little while, rebuild some houses right there, and that once they build them houses up, that they'll get first pick at the houses that come back. And they basically got bamboozled out of there.
And that's crazy, bro. Damn, your family originates from the Chavez Ravine where they built
Dodger Stadium.
Dodger Stadium, dog. They built Dodger Stadium, and that was the first wave of gentrification, right? Like they gentrified that area. They kicked out all the hood right there, right?
Yep. And he was from Clanton, 14th Street. And at first I used to think like my mom was lying about stuff, like, but then later on she started showing me pictures years later, like, you know.
Your mom got them old school pictures?
Yeah, of him at dances and fights and at the Palladium, at the like different places. And I was like, man, like, you know, I was tripping out when I actually seen him. And so they kicked him out of there, you know, and then he grew up and, you know, he got locked up or whatever through, I don't know what type of juvenile camps they had at the 1940s. And then later on, he started boxing, you know, and his father helped build some of the steps right there at the General Hospital and the ones that bridge that got knocked down, the 3rd Street Bridge.
Yeah, 4th Street.
4th Street.
I think it's the 4th Street.
That he helped build some of that right there, and so she used to tell me, like, back then when she was a little girl in the 50s. She would go with him and they would be at these big old dances. And the guys from Clanton would be dancing. They weren't even gang members. They were just teenagers that weren't allowed, Mexican teenagers that weren't allowed in some of the public places where the white people were having their dances at. So they said, fuck it, we build our own party over here. And so they started having their own dances. And so, that's what happened. And then later on, my family, my mother moved over towards Lincoln Heights more. And my grandmother was from 38th Street, which was another original gang at that time, And then, and so my mother, they moved towards Lincoln Heights. And my mother, she ended up getting into Eastside Clover, And she came out on the 1979 picture of the Lowrider magazine. She started getting into like modeling and stuff, And then when she met my father said he just thought all that shit out,
Yeah.
And my father, on my side, they were from I think they came from Chihuahua, and then they went to Texas, and then they came over towards the El Sereno area, towards the 18th Street area. This was before all that was around. So my father, I guess, maybe when they were younger, I'm not too sure. Maybe they used to go downtown and mess around and have fun, ride on the bikes and stuff. And they bring 18th Street from the West Los Angeles area to the east side, and they started jumping all kinds of kids in right there. Into East Side 18th Street. His name was Goofy from East Side 18th Street, and they jumped in a bunch of dudes right there, And he was a well-loved person right there, and so then to get away from all that, they moved over the hill to Monterey Road, you know what I mean? And it was towards Highland Park. At that time, it was a nicer area. So my father, I guess he was 25. He met my mother. My mother was a little older than him. She had 3 kids already from somebody that was from Hazard. My brother's father and them, they had, came from wherever they came from and landed in the Hazard projects. And she was with him, and then separated and went with my father. And one day, the story that I was told was that my mother was pregnant with me, and he was walking down the trash, down the a week before this happened. They had been seeing somebody walking back and forth by the house. This is why I'm skeptical of a lot of stuff, man. They had seen somebody walking back and forth by the house, and they just looked like a regular dude, they didn't know who he was. Why is this guy walking back and forth by the house? Until somebody identified him, that's Whoop-de-Whoop,
Yeah.
And he whatever. And so my father was walking down the driveway with my brother, was probably 8 years old at the time, my brother Eddie, and my brother Danny was across the street playing with some other kids. They were 7, 8, and when he was walking down the driveway to throw the trash out, he didn't know that these guys were out there waiting for him the whole week to come outside. And he was already at a point in his life where he was kind of kicking back. He got his little what is that called? That forklifting. He got his little forklifting license, and he was doing good now, And when he was throwing the trash away, 3 guys came out and just gunned him down. Boom, 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 boom. Hit him with some shotgun slugs. Hit him with a gang of guns, and that would cover my son, my brother. My brother was 8. My brother got shot. He got shot, and he ran in the house to go get whatever we had to, everybody had guns at that time to just protect themselves. And he laid it out on the floor right there, blood dripping and everything. His adrenaline was so pumping. I guess they said that he would have lived, but his adrenaline was pumping so much that, boom. The blood came out of him. So he died on the spot. So then I was in my mom's stomach. He passed away, and then I was left behind, and my mother was left behind with 3 kids. So then we moved down the street, boom, and then we moved down the street on Redfield Avenue. At that time, they moved away. Highland Park was in a nice area, it's predominantly white, I think, at that time. That's when the Undertakers were around and all stuff, bikers and stuff like that. But avenues, and stuff was out there, different gangs. And we moved down to Redfield on Monterey Road, and then we were on one side of the street, and people from Dogtown and stuff were right there. And then Rockwood had came from West LA, came right there. And then we moved. I just remember one day we moved we traded houses with somebody. And then we moved and we traded houses with them. And we lived in another house. Every house we ever lived in was for $500 for rent, And then so like later on, like I was seeing all this stuff, you know what I mean, around the neighborhood, you know what I mean? Like one night I remember I used to be like maybe like 12, and I used to sit there and I used to talk to some girl on the phone all the time. And I used to see once the door, Tony's Market would get closed, I would see two fools pop up, like one on a bike, boom, and then one standing. And it was some dude, Oric from KNS, and the homie Rascal from Highland Park. And boom, they start writing on the walls on the liquor store. And I was like, what the hell? And I used to be tripping out and watching them. And then like about like, I swear to God, like 45 minutes later, like they'll take off and boom, some other dudes will come by and cross them out. You know what I mean? So I was like, what the hell? Like I used to trip out on all the stuff that I was seeing. Like, damn, these fools just really missed them, you know?
Yeah.
And so like every night it was like something new. I was like, I was a little kid. And then later on, like I would go to the liquor store and, play video games with everybody. And I was like, one of them dudes that was like banned from every store. Like I was banned from the market because I was stealing. We were like going practicing stealing. Like you got to stand still and like move just your wrist and put whatever is in your waist and then do this, you know what I mean? And then see if you can make it out. Or like when Kid Frosta Raza came out, remember they had the singles? And they were selling the singles. We were like, hey, go over there and talk to that dude. And then when you talk to that dude, we're going to reach over and we're going to steal the singles out, you know? We're going to get that single, that Do What You Like by Digital Underground and shit. And so we were banned from everywhere, like a group of us kids and shit in the neighborhood. We were banned from the markets. We were banned from the fucking video stores. We just couldn't go nowhere. And then I used to jump in backyards with the other dudes in the neighborhood, and we would steal spray cans from people's stuff and shit. And one day, I ran into this guy. That's when I ran into Jason, to Rascal, and he's like, "Hey, come here, man," And they kind of like adopted me and shit. They took me in, like, and I was disappearing with them fools for a while. Him and Dreamer from Highland Park, and they were like, I was like, "What the fuck's Highland Park?" Like, fucking, they were like, "It's a new, it's a neighborhood. It's over here, but we're gonna start getting youngsters and shit. Like, look, kick back with us, And I started hanging out with them, At that time, my mom was with some other guy, and it was like an abusive relationship, you know what I mean? So at that time, like, I was coming home, and I was a little kid, and, my mom would be like, go across the street, you could go back over there and spend the night at your friend's house, Like, I didn't know that they were getting into it, he was addicted to heroin, and he was beating the shit out of her and shit while I was gone, And so I would go back across the street, go hang out with them, and then, like, I didn't even know, like, all kinds of shit was going on, you know what I mean? Like, you got kids on the other side of the block. Like, once you start talking to them, you find out nobody wants to be home because, their parents are going through divorce or somebody's being molested right there and they don't want to be home and they want to just get the hell out the house, you know what I mean? So we're all hanging out together, you know what I mean? And no one wants to be home. Yeah. No one wants to be home because of whatever's going on in my house, you know what I mean? This is happening. And so we tried to protect her one time, but he was too big, so it was like we jumped out the window and shit with baseball bats and shit, but one time he's like, hey, you're not going nowhere. We're like, what the fuck? You ain't nobody eating in the house, nothing. And that fool put a 38, I was like 7 or something, he put it like a revolver to my head, and my mom was like, you motherfucker. You know what I mean? She like lunged at his ass, the gun went off, boom. And then I threw myself to the window, the glass broke and shit. She told me, mijo, run. I ran in the store and I told Martha, you call the cops and shit, tell them they hurting my mom, And that dude would disappear and shit, He was like, he would disappear, jump in the backyard, throw on clothes from a clothesline and take off and act like nothing, grab a dog and be like, hey, what's going on around here? The cops are like, hey, get out of here, man. We're chasing some guy. They didn't even know it was him, And so that was happening like a lot at the house, and my mom's would be like, just stay away from him right now, And so I was like, all right. But that's what would keep me away from the house, keep me over here. And I didn't know that these guys were being hurt over here, or that I would go over here and we're going over to like Terrell Street and shit, and that's happening over there. And so we were just badass kids running around the neighborhood and shit, and we were all just trying to protect each other, and we all eventually got into the neighborhood gang right there. And at that time, it was a dominant gang, and we hung around with these guys, and boom, that's what happened. So then I went to later on, like to what is that called? Burbank Junior High School, and I was the only one from where I was at. So it was like, man, homie, like I gotta walk, I gotta walk a long ways. Like, I gotta walk all the way through Monterey Road, hit Avenue 60, go all the way through Avenue 60, go all the way down Figueroa, go all the way down Figueroa, and then get to school, and then explain to, whatever, like, And so I was going to school, and every day it was a thing. Like, I'm getting jumped out of school, I'm getting fucking fighting with fools, I'm getting chased. I got different gangs hitting me up, like, and I'm the only one from where I'm from. So then once I make it back to where I'm at, my friends are right there, my homies are right there, and then they start picking me up to school, and it was just a big old mess, dude. Like, you're sitting there in an environment, like, you're trying to make it in school, and fucking the whole time you're just trying to survive to get to school, and on the way back, and even before that, like, you're in elementary school and you're already getting smoked on, you're already on PCP and shit. You know what I mean? And I don't know how the fuck they expect us to make it at that time. Like, I was seeing like a lot of dudes, like, it was like glorified and shit, like to be, oh, he just got out, like, what, like, like, so I got in a fight at school one time and shit, and I was like, I gave them all the wrong numbers, all the wrong information, just so I could get locked up to get out, so that once I get out a week later from Girls XY and Central Juvenile Hall, so I could be like, yeah, I just got out. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, bam, I'm getting that fame. Like, I'm feeling it. Like, the girls are like, oh my God, guess who just got out? You know what I mean? Oh, like, oh, yeah, like, like, it felt good. It felt loved. Like, you felt loved. You felt wanted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, I just got out and shit. You know what I mean? What's up, man? Like, the girls are loving you. The homies are loving you. You're feeling that love that you didn't get. And yeah, that's what was, I wanted to get locked up, man. I wanted so hard to get locked up. You know what I mean? And that's like, not just in my area, but it's going on in every other area, And then that's what was happening, man. That was like 92, I think. Yeah. And once I got locked up, you like, all the older dudes from where I was from were like, hey, you just gotta be down. Like, make sure you fight. You know what I mean? You're smaller, homie, so make sure you, I don't care if he knocks you down 4 times, you get down, And before that, and like, my mom's, they put me in boxing. So I was right there at the, where the old Lincoln Heights jail was at? It was like an old county jail in LA. And then I guess they turned it into a gym, a Lincoln Heights gym. So my trainer was some guy named Shark. And so she put me right there. And so I was boxing, And then I thought I was cool, like, but then it took too much my time from the neighborhood, like, messing around. Because at that time, everybody was having fun. Like, I was in elementary school, and all these fools were going to the East LA Skills Center, so they were meeting people that were getting busted in, all a bunch of fuck-ups from other areas to that school in the East LA Skills Center. So I was so fucked up that they wouldn't even want me on the area in 4th, 5th grade and shit at school, so they would send me home for lunch. So when I come home for lunch, I would see all the homies out there, like, water balloon fighting with girls and shit and having fun, drinking and shit, and from the skills center, and I wouldn't even want to go back to school and shit. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to go back to school. You know what I mean? And another thing, too, is a key factor, man. Like, I would miss so much school, homie. Like, it was like 7 o'clock, Rudy, wake up. It's 7:30, Rudy, get up. It's 8 o'clock, Rudy, get up. God damn it, Rudy, just stay home. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm stuck at the house watching I Dream of Jeannie, Bonanza and shit, fucking, fucking Bewitched, like all these old ass shows and shit.
Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island and shit, and so yeah, and so I missed a lot of work, homie, and by the time I went back to school and shit, when I was a little kid, like, all that shit was piled up on me, and I fell behind, so I had to do the first grade over again the second time and shit. And I was like, man, like, hey, I'm supposed to be right here. Like, nah, you're not over here. You're over in the bungalows and shit. So I'm like, what? I'm gonna get Edgar and Blaze and shit over there. Like, what's up, man? You guys gotta do the first grade over too? Like, yeah. And so every year it was like, aha, you know what I mean? Like, I remember you. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. And every day, haha, like, you got to do the first grade. And then next thing I know, I end up in the 7th grade when I got to Burbank. They're like, like, I remember you. You got to do it. Like, bitch, fuck you. I'm from a gang now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And,
I graduated.
Yeah, like, fuck you. Yeah, I did,
I'm doing a different schooling.
Yeah. And at that time, I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? And so... 7th grade, I got locked up. Thought I was a shit. You know, I'm fighting, I'm boxing. Yeah, I don't know. We had some peace treating meeting out there, and it was a thing to do. You know, I lied to my mom just so I could get it there, because in my mind it was like a life turning event. Like I had to be there. You know what I mean? Because the rival gang's gonna be there, and we're gonna be there, and we're gonna be able to confront everybody. Like what? Like fuck. Oh, I'm gonna get him up with that fool. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we got him up in the fucking the parking lot in the swap meet and shit. We like, oh, you know, everybody's calling out each other on issues and shit, and boom, like we squabbing, you know. And I was like, I'm telling you, I thought I was like, you know, because I went to boxing and shit, so I'm like fucking hitting combos and shit. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 and everybody's tripping out and shit. This little motherfucker, you know. I got other bigger fools calling me out and shit. And I'm like fucking going on my way, and the older homies are like kick back. I'm like, fuck you, homie. You're like making me look like a punk and shit, fool. You know what I mean? And you know, at the end of the day, it was like boom, 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 and we go our ways, and that's what happened. It was like a life-turning event for me and shit, you know? It was like fucking hell yeah. Like we got down and shit. And that was like I was 14. I got locked up. I went to we moved to what is that called? We moved out here to East LA, to Brooklyn. At that time, it was called Brooklyn. It's Cesar Chavez now, but everybody, all the OGs out there know that's just Brooklyn. That's always been Brooklyn. It's always gonna be Brooklyn. And we were right there on Brooklyn and Evergreen, across here from the cemetery, and we were staying right there. And I got locked up. You know, we robbed some dude. We fucking ordered a pizza to fucking 5 houses down, robbed that fool, fucking took off. Fucking helicopter swooped up on me and shit. You know, we stabbed some dude up and shit. My homies got locked up. And like, you ain't gonna find this out. Like, no one's gonna do this shit. But what I did was, my homeboys were facing 3 strikes at the time. My other homeboy was locked up, going to prison. So everybody was like, fucking turn yourself in. You're gonna get slapped on the wrist. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, fucking, you know, shave my head up, boom, put my jersey on and shit, you know, crease my clothes up, put it up, call the cops and told them, hey, you know that dude that got stabbed the other night and shit? Like, yeah, I'm the one that did it. Those guys that got busted for that, they're innocent. I'm the one that did it. They called me, picked me up, took me in, you know, and they were like, what happened? You know, this dude was walking down the street. You know, he pulled me over, asked me for some rocks. I said no. He got violent with me. I ended up just lighting him up, stabbing him. And my gentleman got so pumped up, I kept stabbing him. And they were like, where were your friends at the time? And I was like, you kept walking. They were like, they didn't notice? I was like, hell no, they didn't notice. I kept... They found that hard to believe. So the cops were like, so if I take you in that room right there and we get him up, you're gonna fuck me up? I'm like, fucking, I know how to fight. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, you know, they were like, they weren't buying that shit. You know, we all end up getting fucking charged anyways. No one got out, but like, no one's gonna turn themselves in for you. Like, you're not gonna, like, these fools ain't gonna turn themselves in to get me out. And I did that shit, homie. You know what I mean? I did that shit out to get my homeboys out, though. You know, and so I went to camps, getting down with dudes, and every time I would call home on that little brown phone call right there, that's the first people I would call, was my homeboys, you know, and they would talk to me and tell me like, hey, you know, just make sure you just boom. So I was doing like some like Superman shit, running across football fields to rush people, you know, getting up at church, rushing people, fighting people like that, because like that, like then you get known, you get a name, like fools are like, oh, that fool's fucking. Trust me, if there's somebody from right here, wherever he's from, homie, and at the end of Mass, homie, after they sing "This is the day that the Lord has made," after they sing that song, this fool's gonna rush that fool, you know what I mean? So I'm on that shit, boom, ASAP, you know? And then so that's what the homies installed in me, put that in my brain, and that's what molded me. And so I was going to, what is that? I think I went to like Camp Smith. I went to Camp Holton. I was getting down with dudes from different gangs, you know, bigger than me. You know, fight fucking 5 times, 3 times, whatever. You get knocked out, get back up, you know. And then I got refiled on. They sent me to a camp, Cleopatra. I was close to being refiled on. They kept me in a box. I was like, the box. Like, being in the box was like the thing to do, you know what I mean? There was some good-ass dudes there, you know. I was locked up with some dude, Termite from Florida. He was a fuck-up. Straight up. That's a good homie, though. Old from Northside Bowling. He was a fuck-up. Good homie. You know, some other dude from 18th Street, sad boy, he, like, you know, whatever, he was a fuck up. A couple other cats, you know what I mean? You know, a couple black dudes, you know, my boy Batman from Treetop, that fool was a fuck up. You know what I mean? you know, my boy Little Head from Avalon, 5 Trade, Gangsta Crib, that fool was a straight fuck up. You know what I mean? And you grow bonds with these dudes from other races, because, I mean, your hog, you know, little heads hogtied in the next room, and I'm hogtied, and we're fucking like, hey, who's next door? Like, oh, whoop de whoop from whoop de whoop. Like, I'm whoop de whoop from. Like, what's up, man? You all right over there? Yeah, fucking got you, bitch ass motherfuckers got his hogtied on. Hey, what's up, fool? What dorm you in? Is that right? You know? And then we're over there fucking in the dorms and shit. What's up? Hey, this homeboy. And then, you know, we're over there night crawling and shit at time, like jacking people for shoe boxes of hygiene, you know? Thinking we're cool because we got Dove soaps and shit and nice hygiene and shit because our family can't afford to send us nice hygiene. So if we're jacking everybody for the shit. You know, my homeboy kid from Florencia, he got a big old F413 on his face and shit. And homeboy from Avalon, you know, and fucking, we're jacking everybody and shit. And then finally, they were like, you know, we're gonna keep you in the box and shit, so you could go home. I was close to getting filed on again and shit, and I finally made it home. By the time, like 3 months before I was going home and shit, I had a close friend, you know him, the homie Night Owl, and I was writing to him, and boom, fucking, he wrote me back and told me 2 people had passed away. They got killed. So I was like, pfft. At that time, you're 14 years old. So I'm like, I'm sounding cracking fool as soon as we get out, homie. And so next thing I know, he wasn't writing to me and shit. And all of a sudden, I got a letter I'm like, what the fuck is fool ain't writing back to me? And then he wrote me back. And his sister wrote me back and said, his sister, Vicky. And she said, hey, Rudy, it's me, his sister, Mario's sister. And I know you've been writing to him, and I've been getting all your letters and the pictures that you sent him, but my brother passed away 3 months ago with Opal, with Sergio. I'm sorry to let you know that, you know? And I was like, what the fuck? I was sitting there, like, it was like December 94, 95 or some shit, and I was reading that letter over and over again and shit, like, that shit fucked me. And I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? This was somebody that I had fun with and shit, like, that I fucking, you know? I was kicking back with, like, that I cared about and shit, and that fool's gone now. And, you know, he was, like, I used to hear people saying, like, hey, that fool said you're fucking up and shit, locked up, and that fool said he's gonna fuck you up when you get out for fucking up, you know, for not doing good, because he cared about me. And he was 17, and I was 14. And I was like, man, that fool's gone and shit. And so fucking that shit hit me kind of hard. So the first thing, when I got out, we went to, I think it's like a 99-cent store on Broadway and Daily now in Lincoln Heights. At that time, it was like a National Dollar, and then it was like some type of fucking swap meet where we used to, all the gangsters in the neighborhood, in the area, we used to go buy our clothes at. And I bought my clothes right there. And my mom said, I knew you were going to get out. And I said, how'd you know that? She said, because your brother got locked up last week. And I was like, and so I got out. And she took me straight to the neighborhood to go see my sister. But right when I got out the car, I seen the older homie, Gato. And he was like, hey, what's up, man? And I was like, he started telling me everything. Next thing you know, everybody making phone calls, and they're going to come down and see you and shit. And Turtle's going to come down, and Pee-wee's going to come down, and Big Cartoon's going to come down, and Smiley's going to come down, and we're going to all kick back. And, you know, like, that's my welcoming home. And we were smoking bud at some white boy Gerald's pad and shit. And at first I was like tripping out because Pee-wee was like fucking, you know, we lost a couple people and shit. We were listening to that Cypress Hill shit, you know. At that time we were bumping all that shit. And he was like, we lost a couple people. He's like, but we're out here. We're still alive, right? You know? And at first I was like, I don't know. Like, I felt not like offended by that. But he was like, you know, we're out here. And boom, next thing you know, the next day, like, fucking, they're like, boom, like, following, dude. Like, we're out there fucking on shit, you know? We do fucking guns in hands, and you're doing whatever you're doing and shit. And, yeah, I lost my mind. For a moment at that time and shit, I that's all I seen and shit was my homeboy gone. And so that was what fueled me. You know what I mean? Like, that anger fueled me. You know? That loss, like, once you start losing people that are close to you, like when you're young, it's cool because you're just partying, you're smoking weed, and you're having fun. But once you start actually losing friends that are close to you, that's when that shit, like, now it's real. Now it's like, that's what fuels your anger and shit. You don't see nothing and shit. All you see is just fucking, like, you know, once you get a gun in your hand, you're trading it. You know, I got a 25, I'm trading it for a 9. I got a 9, I'm trading it for a 357. I got a 357, I'm trading it for a fucking 10 gauge. I got a 10 gauge, I'm trading it for a fucking 12 gauge. I got a 12 gauge, I'm trading it for fucking this. You know what I mean? And I'm not throwing shit away. I'm just walking around the streets with a Jack-in-the-Box bag with a gun in my hand and shit, with a drink. So if you think that I'm just walking around with a Jack in the Box bag and shit with a fucking drink and shit, it's not happening, homie. You come hit me up and shit, that's a gun in that Jack in the Box bag, fool. It's gonna blow your wig off. You know what I mean? And I'm 14 years old, fool. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I just lost my homeboys. That shit was cracking, fool. And that's my mind state at that time. And so I ended up getting locked up and shit, man. You know, I was doing stupid shit that I wouldn't do no more. And I got locked up in 96 for like a court violation. And I was one of those dudes one of those kids that didn't give a fuck. You know, you're supposed to get to where you're going, to your little punk ass camp program. And once people start hitting you up and they say the wrong gang, you're supposed to drop your bedroll, homie, and fucking rush that fool, start squabbling with that fool, get down with him and shit till the fucking cops, staff or whatever, fucking pick you up, drag you off, fucking to the box. And you go to the hole, kick back for fucking 3 days. You're fucking reliving the whole fucking fight in your head and shit about how it happened and how much props you're gonna get when you get back to the dorm and shit. And then you get back to the dorm and shit, and it's like, stay away from me and shit. And then it happens all over again, maybe. And I got kicked out from Camp Gonzalez. That was it, you know. And fucking same thing. Boom, Camp Gonzalez. I went to YA. From YA, Paso Robles. From Paso Robles to YTS. From YTS, fucking, you know, it turns into like racial things and shit. Now everybody's just playing with razors and guns and knives and shit. Like, you know, you're 17 years old and shit. And a lot of those kids get mistreated out there. I guess no wonder why them places got shut down and shit. Because at times, like, they fucking come in there and shit, man. And they fucking take your bedrolls out. They fucking tie you step back to the cell and they fucking gas you out. You know, like a roach. You know, when you spray them roaches and shit till they're dying, that's what they do to these kids and shit. They're 14, 15, 16 years old and shit. And they're spraying the fuck out you and shit. You know what I mean? And they just leave you there. And you're fucking gasping for air and shit, dude. Like you feel like you're gonna die. And fucking boom, you know? They fucking mistreated a lot of people and shit. They had lawsuits against them and all kinds of shit. And then from YTS, that was it, you know? And I ended up over there in fucking, what is that shit? San Bernardino County Jail. You know? And when I was in YA, like, all that area shit didn't play a key factor and shit, you know? At first, I used to think Los Angeles were the only gangs, and they weren't. And once I got to SRCC, like, I started seeing, like, people from Orange County, gangs from Coachella, gangs from, like, San Diego, from IE, and I didn't know what the fuck the other gangs were. I thought we were the only gangs, and then once you start meeting people from other areas and shit, it's like, damn, these are just fucked up kids just like you, but from other areas. And then, but we were real close, you know what I mean? It was just like, and then once you get to I got to Tehachapi. No, I got to the county jail, and them dudes from the brown side, like from East Side 13, they were like hated in that area at that time. So when I got to the county jail, they were like, hey, watch out. Like, these guys are tripping out here. Like, tripping on what? Like, what the fuck? Oh, the homie Soto from East Side 13 got jumped by these guys from Verdugo out there, and they're tripping. And I was like, what the fuck? So it was like, you know, at that time, I guess there was a little animosity from one area to another. And so we were like 20 years old, me, Danger from East Side Bowling, my cousin Clumsy from Puente 13, and my homeboy Creeper from Highland Park. And so we would overhear people talking, but we were like more grown up than them and shit. So we're just like, don't say nothing, fool. Just, you know, just sit back and listen to these fools, though. You know, and they're like, hey, fucking, you know, this is our whoopty whoop, and we are like, don't say nothing, fool. You know, just listen to them. Don't even respond to that shit. Just if they come and they trip on anybody or I hear like trip on you and shit, they're not gonna know the other three of us are with you. You know what I mean? You know, but we're acting more grown up than them and shit. And so, like, a couple of dudes, there was an older homie, sad boy from Sunkist, from Orange County. I mean, a Sunkist, Ontario, out of Cyprus. I'm tripping. That's another gang. What is it, Ontario? Sunkist Street. I'm sorry. You know, no disrespect. I got the gangs wrong sometimes. I'm like, you know. He was from Sunkist Street, Ontario. Older homie. He would call me to the phone and ask me to do 3 ways for him, and he was real cool, you know, like older homie and shit, you know. I was like, feed him. He didn't care about none of that shit. And so I like that. And then the older homie from Temple Street would school me like, hey, when you go to prison, he started telling me like, hey, make sure you work out. You know what I mean? I said, all right, cool. And then he tell me, you know, if you ever had to stab anybody, what you do is, he said, you jog around them a couple times, you know, run some laps, boom, 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 boom. And you get them used to seeing you, you know, Like, oh, that fool drove around once, drove around twice, drove around third time. And on the third time, that's when you hit him. Boom, 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 you know? So I was like, okay. I was listening to him and shit tripping out on him, you know? And then he's like, tell me something about the Muslims believe that you kill the mind, that you kill the soul. That if you hit him right here in the middle of the eyeball, that you kill the mind, that you kill the soul. That's what he told me. And that if you want to ever hit somebody, that you hit them in this little soft spot right here in the middle of your throat right there. You know what I mean? I was like 20, I think. He was telling me this. And then what else he told me? He told me, yeah, I was like worried and shit. Like, damn, are you going to send me a fucked up place where I'm not supposed to be at and shit? Like, how do I know? Is there going to be people that are going to tell me that I'm not supposed to be here and shit? You know? He was like, sometimes they send you to these places and you're not supposed to be there, but you'll know, you know? And none of that happened, though, you know? And so I went to Tehachapi to a level 2 yard. And when I went to there, it was like cool, you know? Like, I seen familiar faces and stuff, like, but everybody was tripping. Like, you know how I watched one of your shows the other day where you were saying, like, you don't give a fuck about all that car shit. You know, when you go and talk to everybody, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, oh, you're from Northeast, so you kick, you know, we're from the East Side, homies, East Side of mines, you know what I mean? You know, and so fucking, and so they're like, oh, your homeboys from the East Side are over there and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, fucking... You know, I don't give a fuck. Like, that shit ain't no key factor in my shit. Like, fucking, you know? And so they're like, I'll go kick it back. Boom. Gang homies from Maravilla right there. Gypsy from High Time Stoners. You know what I mean? God rest his soul, homie. That was a fucking solid ass motherfucker, homie. Good ass homie, dog. Good ass homie. Gypsy from High Time Stoners, Maravilla. Grumpy from Moraya, Maravilla. Duke from Mariana, Maravilla. Duke was like a fucking straight. That was a gangster, homie. You know? And, Santos from Mariana Maravilla, OG motherfucker. He was like 60 years old and shit. Trouble from Mariana. Quecho from fucking Fraser. Smokey from Eloyo. And there was another homie in the dorm and shit. Homie from Sereno. Yogi from White Fence, like the older one. And we would all kick back. You know, we have our Super 3s bumping around the yard. Be like 6 fools from V&E. Like 9 fools from Maravilla and shit, you know, like fucking 4, 5, 6 fools from White Fence, you know, the homie 3 from East Lake over there, a couple other homies, you know, and they're the ones. Duke used to talk to me a lot. He'd tell me, hey, fool, like I used to ask some questions and shit, and Duke used to be like, if you want to learn, this is not the place to be, you know. He used to be with the whole homeboy Conejo, with Johnny Conejo, and they were like up north somewhere and shit, and it was like them two, and a couple other cats and shit, and they got into like somebody from fucking some other up north area, or I don't know what it was. But Duke used to be like, hey, this is not the place to learn. Because I used to ask a question and shit, like, hey, why is this, why is that? You know, and he'd be like, if you want to learn, you got to go to another yard, fool. And I was like, fucking, you know. But this is what he would tell me things, you know. And at that time, I was still a kid, fool. Like, I didn't even know how to shave right and shit. My neck would be leaking and shit. Gypsy would be like, hey, fool, you got to like fucking lather your face up and shit, dick. Like, nobody taught you that shit? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm learning in the system, fool. Like, you man, you know, like I'm fucking, you know, I've been in situations where I'm like 14 years old, fucking forced to be a man and shit, dog. Like I ain't had nobody teach me and shit. You know what I mean? Who the fuck? My brothers were locked up my whole life and shit, dog. You know, and like I don't fucking, who the fuck taught me? Like fucking probably the homies in the neighborhood a little bit and shit. But I'm learning off watching people in the system and shit. The system's my father. You know what I mean? And like them fools from Maravilla showed me love that a motherfucker, dog. Like anytime anything happened, dog, them fools were there, fool. HSAP, homie. Like, whew. The next morning, homie, like, what's up? Hey, in the dorm, like, what's up? Hey, what happened? You guys got down with somebody, huh? We heard you and the fucking Grumpy from what I and shit. What happened? Oh, we got down with some fool over some popcorn fucking bag and shit. And he fucked Grumpy up, he fucked me up, and then we caught him out the next morning and shit because we weren't satisfied, and he thinks we're gonna jump him and shit, and these little fuckers, so he went and got at you guys. The older dudes, like these little dudes are off the hook, like, cause you fucked with us and we're not satisfied and shit. So we were getting down with people, and begging chinujos up and doing fucking whatever, just being fuck ups, you know? And then people would tell me something, and I was one of those individuals at that time where you tell me like, oh, I'm gonna get down with it. I'll tell her like, I'm gonna get down with this fool and I'm gonna do this shit, fool, and they'll be like, nah, I'll just kick back, and I'm like, okay. I'll tell you, like, yeah, like, nah, don't trip. Like, you know, I'll make you think, like, oh, he's not going to do nothing. He's tripping. He's not tripping and shit. Fool. Like, I talk to him and shit. Like, he's feeding me. And the next, you hear fucking some shit in the fucking back. And they're like, that's fucking youngster fucking that fool don't listen. He's just fucking playing it off like he's fucking listening to you and shit. But he's not. In his mind, it's already embedded and shit that, nah, it's cool, homie. Like, you fucking got down with my homeboy, fool, so we're gonna get him up, fool. You know what I mean? That's what my main thing and shit. Like, it was like always like, you know, people would talk to me and tell me, don't do this, don't do that. I'd be like, all right, you know? And that's what happened. And so I went from a 4-yard, from the level 2 from Tehachapi and shit to a fucking level 4. And I went to Calapat in like 2000. Fucking 1 or some shit. The homies, before I left, the homies told me East Side spread, you know what I mean? And they had like a little division, like, I don't know, some fool from like a different neighborhood, and was like trying to divide the homies from the East Side and shit. So we're like, fucking, you guys are the ones that tripping. We're not, you know? We ain't, you know, we're the ones over here, fool. Like, so they threw me an East Side spread and shit, you know? Happy birthday and shit. Every Friday we would get fucking shined up and shit, shine our boots up, crease our pants up, come out there with our Super 3s and walk around circles, you know what I mean? My boy Danger from Eastside Bowling Park, it got down there, showed up, and then fucking, I was kicking back with the Fools of Orange County, and like, they were like fucking, they were tripping out on us because it was like me, Danger from Eastside Bowling, Juan Boy, rest in peace, from Ontario Black Angels, you know, and fucking, like Crow from Otay. And we're all from different areas, from San Diego, East LA, fucking IE, and fucking LA and shit. And we're all walking SGB and we're walking together. Because we're not playing that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are older than us, so I mean, like, fucking, you know, get your head straight. You know what I mean? And so we were all a bunch of little fuck ups kicking back together and shit. And Danger went to with Dolin from Lomas, Turtle. He's a well-known dude. That fool looks like a straight villain and shit. Like, half of his face is like white. Half of it's white right here, like, looks like an evil dude and shit. He's a good ass homie though. I don't know if he passed away or whatever happened to him, but his name's Dolin, Turtle from Lomas. And they went to like a 1-yard Chacawala, stomped out some fucking other people, some white dudes, got in some racial shit and came back and fucking, I was like, I ain't supposed to off the hook, homie. And that was it. We separated and shit. And fucking I went to the 4-yard to level 4 and shit. I went to B yard. At that time, it was like one of those political yards, you know? Like, everybody like was trying to be somebody. And then A yard was like known for like just going at it with the cops. So I went over there, you know? And I went over there to A yard. My brother was right there. My brother Chuco from Trece Locos. And my brother Eddie. And I hadn't seen him for years and shit since I was a kid. And he put me in his cell. At that time, he was celled up with they called him Malo from Avenues with Ruben, and they had it hooked up where they were gonna switch cells. You know, me and Ruben were like arch rivals at the time when we were like younger and shit. You know, and later on, like, you know, we simmered down and shit. Like, we're in prison now, whatever. You know, and fucking man, I remember one time they caught me sleeping out there bad. I went to a party in the wrong neighborhood, and I had like a death wish and shit. Like, fucking fuck it on me. Like, man, this is my neighborhood, man. We're gonna tell me we can't go in no party and shit. Walked in the party and shit. There was a crowd of them fools. They walk up to me like, what's up, homie? Where you from, fool? Like, Silent Park gang. That's it. Like, boom, is that right? You from Silent Park? Next time I'm getting bum rushed by like fucking 7 fools, getting fucked up, getting hit with an ice pick and all kinds of crazy shit, you know? Like, a lot of that type of shit was happening when I was 16 and shit. You know, because I know you. I know you, homie. You know, I listened to that fucking podcast that you were saying the other day, that when you were saying, like, fucking, hey, you're a bitch because you got fucking long hair, and you're a fucking punk because you fucking pulling my hair, bitch. And I know you, homie, because but you had a shotgun in your fucking pants. His fool had a shotgun in his pants, and he was, what is it, the Fair Chip Market or whatever the fuck that is on 50 in El Paso?
Yeah, Fair Market, yeah.
Yeah, you were right there, homie, with a shotgun in your pants, posted up all the time, homie. You know, and I remember you, you know, and you got a good name in our neighborhood and shit, you know, and I'm surprised you, like, a lot of people surprised that you make it this far, dog, and God bless you, fool, that you made it this far, dog.
Love you, my boy.
You know, I love you too, and I know you've been through a lot of fucking shit, dog, especially that last shit that happened with Villain, with our friend that passed away, man, and that was probably like a traumatic experience for you and shit, because
we've had a lot of them, dog, a lot of good homies that have passed, dog, Wimpy, Villain, you know, you said Night Owl, dog. I was with Night Owl, you know. Anyways, yeah, just we can go back, dog. We can talk about a bunch of the homies, dog. But let's continue on your story, dog. I mean, my boy. You you have one of the minds, bro. You remember every single name, dog, and these dudes, the neighborhoods they're from, dog. I mean, do you have like one of those what do they call it? What do they call it? Like
Photographic memory?
yeah,
Photographic memory?
photographic memory. You have kind of like a photographic memory, like you know.
Sometimes.
I mean, I feel like sometimes I be forgetting the names and shit because I feel like the drugs took a toll on me, and sometimes fools would be they'll come up to me and they'll be like, "What up, Luck?" You know what I mean? And I'll have to just like take a step back for a minute,
Where I know you from.
and and I gotta assess the environment, the situation real quick, and see if this is on a good note or if this is on a bad note. You know what I mean? Do you know us? Do you know me from something that we need to take care of, or are we, you know what I mean? But I'm horrible with fucking names sometimes, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that happens to me a lot. What up, Luck?
Let me
Ooh.
zero in on
and
your
I'm like,
face,
I'm like, what's up, big dog? You know what I mean? And I was like, where do I know you from again? And they're like, well, come on, fool, woo, woo. And I'm like, fuck, my bad, dog. You know what I mean? You know, and I hate that, dog. But right now, I commend you, dog, for being able to have that photographic memory, because probably when you're saying these names and these neighborhoods, these different individuals, you're seeing their faces too.
Yeah.
You're seeing their faces
As
in your
kids.
head.
And they no longer look like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I get to the 4 yard to Calapat and everything's cool right there. But it was like every Christmas, homie, I swear to God, like the big suit of anyone in the sky, homie. That shit, like every Christmas, homie, something was going on with the cops. Yeah. Something was going on with the cops, homie. Like, man, dude, like, because why? Because the homie fucking from Linwood went out, was knocking on the door, like, hey, I got a 9 o'clock phone call. I got a 9 o'clock phone call. Hey, what the fuck, man? This fool, tell this fucking bitch ass fool in the tower let me out for my phone call, man. Hey, this fool said fucking let him lock up. Hey, tell that motherfucker let me out for my phone call, fool. My fucking headphone's birthday's a day, homie. You know what I mean? And fucking boom. He didn't let him out. And it was his mom's birthday. And that fool did have a date. But Sally was a kitchen worker from One Rude Boys. And when he said, all right, this bitch ass fool don't want to let me out. Wait till my Sally comes back from work. And when his Sally came back from work, that door opened. He got a shower roll. That fool came out. That fool stabbed the cop up. Boom, 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 boom. People were on the other side on the phone. Hey, some black dudes, you know, people from Bounty Hunters, wherever they're from and shit. Hey, your boys over there, your homies are getting off with the cops on the other side. What? HSAP. Getting off with the cops in the day room and shit. Boom, 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 you know? Hey, every yard, building down, all that bullshit. You know, all that gas shit. The fucking, you know, they got a procedure that they do. First, they shoot with, like, the rubber bullets. You know, they shoot with the fucking gas, then they shoot with the bullets, and then they shoot with the wood ones. Then they fucking bust out the Mini 14 and shit. And then people were running and fucking getting next in that whatever door and shit. We're like fucking, you know, hey, fucking T-shirt in right here. Fucking put that T-shirt on, fool, fucking, you know what I mean? And that's what happened. And then fucking, then that was like the next year. It was like fucking, you know, the fucking cops are coming in and shit. We're in Calapat, and so it was a CO, whatever that shit is. I don't even know what they call it now, a fucking sergeant or some shit. Santana. We were in Calapat, and we were at breakfast time. He would try to come in and fuck with our shit. And so at breakfast time, one building, everybody was tensed up surrounding the podium and stuff, you know? And they were like, what's up, man? You know, this fool went in our fucking cells and they started tearing our stuff down and stuff, you know what I mean? And so they told everybody to lock it up. And then they did it to the next building. But this building that they did it to the next building, they fucking got off. They fucking, you know, that fool just told them, hey, get your ass in the cells and shit. And the older homie was like, hey, man, fucking, you guys went on our cells and you disrespected us. Like, we went to breakfast, went to eat. You guys came in, you know. If you would have told us beforehand, like, just to pull our little curtains back, you know, put our stuff away, take our curtains down, we would have did it, man. But you guys went and you guys took and tore our shit up. Excuse me. You guys went in our cells while we were eating, and when we came back, all our shit was gone. You know, pictures of our families and shit fucked up, thrown in the toilet and shit. You know what I mean? Curtains torn down and shit. And just take your ass to the cell. And the homie told him, you always gotta have your way, huh? And just fucking boom. And that was a wrap. You know, like you said, homie, a bunch of 5 foot, fucking 5'6" fucking Mexicans and fucking jumping on you and shit. Everywhere. Fucking cops went wild. Cops coming in, getting bum rushed. Fucking, You know, they're getting their fucking batons taken from them. They're getting their fucking gas, whatever, taken from them. Fucking all that shit happened. Boom. And the same thing. The next year, it was like fucking same shit. You know? Fucking it happened on the yard. And I just missed that one, too. You know? They had been telling me the whole week. I was working in Central Kitchen on A Yard in Calipet on the main line on general population. I was walking, and they kept telling me, you keep on making it late to work, man. We're going to fire you. And I was going home like in 2 years or some shit, 3 years, whatever. So that's short to me. Like, I'm going home soon, you know? And when I was walking through the yard, I said hi to the homie. They were playing cards. The homie Primo from Rivera and the homie Blanco from Choppers. And the homie he was from fucking Pacas. I forget what his name is, homie. Fucking dark homie and shit. But they were playing cards and shit. And fucking, they were like, hey, fucking get your ass to work, fool. You know what I mean? Take your ass to work, fool. Because like these fools been telling me they're going to fire me and shit lately and shit in Central Kitchen and shit, fool. And I was coming back with like, you know, onions, lemons and stuff like that. So it was like a big thing and shit. Like people wanted those type of things to cook with, you know, to, you know, get as close to the streets as you can, as possible, to make your food, you know, more like feed me. You know, on the weekend and shit, we watch football games. We have football pools and shit, you know. We fucking, you know, we try to liven it up, try to make it, you know, like as cool as possible and shit, you know, as close to the streets as we could get it. And so I went in that day and fucking next thing you know, they cuffed us up and the homies got off on the yard and shit. I don't know what happened, but they approached some homies and shit. Them fools had knives, so, you know, the first instinct is fucking jump up and start stabbing these fools. You know what I mean? It's either you get caught with it and go to the hole and be a bozo and shit and get whipped and shit. You'll spank for fucking being an idiot, you know, and for sleepwalking and shit. That's what it's called. It's called sleepwalking. Because you're sleepwalking, you're being an idiot, homie. You're being stupid, homie. You know what I mean? You're fucking walking around and you're sleeping shit. You know, when you're supposed to be fucking aware of your surroundings and shit and watch what's around you and shit and fucking not be a dumbass. You know what I mean? And you learn those things when you're locked up, homie. There's a bandana on that fucking table. Don't touch that shit. Because you're going to learn, homie. There might be something underneath that shit that's not supposed to be fucking exposed, homie. So don't be touching shit that ain't yours. And there's a reason for everything and shit. You know, so some people that don't know, homie, don't touch shit that ain't yours, dog. And everybody tells you this shit for a reason and shit. You know? Same thing way fucking people tell you and shit. Don't ever fuck with people's fucking family out here on the streets because you never know who's related to who and shit. Don't fuck with that girl right there because it might be somebody's fucking niece. Don't fuck with that fucking kid right there because it might be somebody's nephew. Don't fuck with that fucking lady right there, homie, because it might be somebody's mom. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with the lady at the taco truck, homie, because the dude's right down the street might fucking have her back, homie. And I'm one of them individuals that I'm all for that type of shit. You know? I always go down to 99 cent store and Jack in the Box right there on Figueroa in York and shit. And I always tell them, hey, like, you know, if any of these fucking weirdos come around here and shit and start messing with you and shit, give a whistle and shit and the homies on the park got you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? Anybody messing with you guys and shit, you know? We got you. You know what I mean? We're going to take care of you and shit. Make sure that nobody fucks with you guys and shit. You know what I mean? You know? Shout out, you know, to all the homies, right? Everybody that works at Jack in the Box right there on York and Figueroa. You know what I mean? Yeah. They all know. My homeboy Shooter's sister works right there. The homie Lewis and shit and a couple other cats, you know? Some girls right there. You know? The homies at the 99 cent store. Everybody right there. I try to make it like we got your back. You know what I mean? Don't trip. You know? But I'm working and shit, so I can't be just fucking jumping. You know what I mean? But there's other people right there and shit, you know? We spread the word and shit, man, you know? We'll take care of you and shit. We got you. All the kids in the community and shit, we love you, man. Everybody from the east side to the northeast LA to every other area, fucking from here, fucking hell below to heaven above. We got you guys, man. We taking care of you, man. You know? Don't feel like you're alone and shit, man. There's somebody else that cares about you out there and shit in every fucking neighborhood and shit. You know? And so that's what was happening. I ended up getting locked up. I mean, I ended up getting like close to my parole date and shit. And, you know, a situation fell in my hands where something had to happen. And boom, next thing I know, I'm fucking catching another case and shit. Like 3 months at the house. And like I said, at that time, I was like 25 years old. That photograph that you have of me right there where I was, like where you did the promotion, that was me like years ago. I don't look like that no more, you know what I mean? Like, I try to do, you know, I try to look as inconspicuous as possible, you know. You try to blend in with the regular community, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get back into Local 36 Roofers Union, but I'm a supporter of that, you know what I mean? You know, that's my union right there, man. It's right there on Popular and El Sereno and shit, man. That's like the easiest union I got into and shit, but they'll help you, man. I'm a supporter of that, you know what I mean? You know, so I'll get back in the Roofers Union. But, I came close to coming home, and a situation fell in my hands where something had to happen, and boom. And like I said, I was on an individual where I won't say no. And I ended up in the county jail in Imperial Valley. And from Imperial Valley, fucking, I ended up, they fucked up on their case because they fucking, what is that shit called? They didn't arraign me in time. They had 29 days to arraign me. They didn't arraign me. They had to let me out. I could have had a lawsuit against them and shit. Fucking, I didn't file my paperwork in time. Fucking Ed Rivera's punk ass out of fucking Imperial Valley. Fucking fuck you for fucking not fucking doing my paperwork in time. You fucking asshole. My boy Bandit from Grapefruit Watts. You know what I mean? From the tiny quarter gang and shit. He fucking was helping me do some of my paperwork. Ronnie fucking Martinez. That's my boy right there. And Crook from Eastside 13. You know what I mean? Fucking Jesse Gutierrez. Them fools were helping me and shit. They were fucking helping me with some of my legal work and shit, with some of the shit that I went through. And fucking, bam, you know? That was it. I trip out because he was always telling me a story about that dude Toker and shit. Really, people know his real name's Beaver. He was Beaver from Eastside 13. The you know, the OGs that know him and shit when he was locked up in Ironwood. And then he got a pardon and shit and got out. Got out from prison. And then made his group, you know what I mean? And Crook's right there on the cover, right there in the background with his little Charlie Brown Cascade shirt, black and gray and shit. That's my boy right there. We've been through a lot of shit right there and shit. And so fucking yeah, they were helping me out, and it didn't happen. I didn't get my lawsuit and shit, whatever. They released me. My boy Droopy, my boy Richard Gastelum and shit. He fucking came and pick me up and shit. He picked me up, nice car and shit. I mean, he had a good job at that time, and fucking boom. He just said, "Hey, fool, don't fucking tell me to go pick you up unless your fucking his family's gonna pick you up." I said, "My family ain't coming out no fucking Imperial Valley, homie, to come pick me up, dog. Come pick me up, fool." That fool picked me up, fucking, you know. I went and go picked up my girlfriend at the time, somehow in a car and shit. We went and picked her up, boom, went to the motel, kicked back, spent some time together and shit. And then that was it, you know. He had a nice house in West Covina and shit. And we were living out there. I would go pick me up, go spend time with them, spend time with the kids and shit, you know, with the little son Junior and shit, throw a football with him, fucking feed him. And she got me my first job and shit. It didn't work out. At that time, I started going around everybody and shit, you know, in the neighborhood. Started getting involved and stuff. He started introducing me to people that were out there that I didn't know. I got wrapped up in some type of fucked up federal indictment that I didn't have shit to fucking do with. And, you know, they pulled me over. They caught me with a gun. I got locked up and shit. 7 years fucking for a gun charge. I was like, what the fuck? They gave me 2 years for a gun and 5 years for being a gang member. Gang allegations. They gave me 5 years for fucking being a gang member and 2 years for fucking having a gun on me. And I was like, fucking the dude that was with me was not even from a gang. He wasn't from the gang yet. He didn't have no tattoos. He wasn't on no gang file, no none of that shit. And at that point, when they pulled him over with me, they fucking slapped him on the gang file, told him he's from Highland Park, put it on file, and used it against me and shit. So I was like, he wasn't even from nowhere, so how the fuck are you gonna say that one of those fucking gang allegations and shit, that gang injunction shit, how can that apply to me? Because they're saying that I'm fucking have a gun on me, that's benefit towards the gang and shit if I have the gun, because I could catch somebody fucking from a rival gang out in the streets and I could use it against them, thus benefiting my gang. And this guy's not a gang member, you know what I'm saying? So they used that against me. They just slapped him on gang file on the spot. And they fucked me up, man. They gave me fucking 5 extra years for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? 5 extra years just for fucking being a gang member? Or being a gang around gang members? He wasn't a gang member. He was a regular dude. You know what I mean? Later on, he might have got into a gang, but at that time, he wasn't on no gang. You guys did that shit. You know what I mean? You know? And so fucking... I got locked up that night, and these fools are like, fucking, well, maybe if you throw us a bone and shit, we'll let you go. I'm like, throw you a bone? Like, yeah, you don't know this, that. I'm like, I don't know shit, fool. I've been locked up for like fucking, I don't know how many years. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You guys should be out there fucking trying to catch child molesters and rapists and shit, and people fucking hurting little kids and shit. Don't be fucking with us. We ain't doing nothing, you know what I mean? You know? And so fucking, they locked me up and shit, you know? And so fucking, I went back, and my fucking court case that was up in the air in Imperial Valley and shit went down the drain. You know, I could have lost it and shit. I mean, I could have won it, but I lost it, you know? So they had, like, thank God and shit on me. They fucking gave me like 2 extra years. That wasn't nothing. I was slapped on the wrist and shit. So now I'm back on the bus. I'm shackled up. I'm up in fucking wherever the fuck that shit is, a county jail. Like, I'm in a tank and fucking, there's like, it's like 9 black fools over there. There's like fucking 4 of us right here. It's about to crack off. Like, fucking, You know, these dudes are like, hey, there's like three of us for every one of them. And I'm like, fuck, dude, what the fuck's going on, homie? Some nonsense, dude. Like some paisa told this fool something, the homie told him something. And like, you guys shouldn't even say shit to each other at all and shit. And then once again, I'm finding myself fucking being the fucking mediator in the middle of the whole shit. Like, hey, look, man, homeboy fucking shouldn't have said nothing to you. Homeboy shouldn't have said nothing to you and shit. Just, you know, like, hey, I don't have respect and shit. You guys could just stay on that side and we'll stay on this side and fucking, you know? And then as soon as the cops open the door, we're like, we're busting raps and shit, like acting like nothing, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're just rapping, you know? And then they close the door and we're like, hey, check it out, man. Just fucking, you know? Just tell them fools to stay on this side and shit and stay on this side and fucking leave it alone, you know what I mean? We're gonna have to be in the tanks for the rest of the night, homie. So it doesn't make no sense for us to get fucking sprayed up and you get sprayed up and shit. Like, hey, what the fuck's wrong with you, fool? Why you go so fucking saying stupid shit for, homie? You know what I mean? And then fools fucking responded like this and shit. Like, man, homie. You know? Because, you know, you wouldn't have to jump regardless and shit. But you guys don't, like, man, dude. You guys always, you know, it's always like babysitting and shit. You know what I mean? So, that's why I was like, fuck, dude. I fucking ended up back to this shit. You know? Then you go to the county jail and fucking whatever it is, you know? You're going through all that shit. And fucking at that time, all kinds of shit. 2005 was like a fucked up year, dude. Like all kinds of riots were happening. There was a lot of racial stuff going on and shit, man. You know, fucking, God bless fucking everybody's family and shit that fucking got hurt during that time and shit. 2006, because there was a lot of stuff going on, man. And a lot of people got hurt, homie. A lot of people seriously got hurt. And that shit's no joke, man. You know? So, later on, you know, I got sentenced. I went to prison again. I went to, fucking Wasco or some shit, Lancaster Reception, I don't know. And then I went to like New Delano, and then, you know, they're having their problems there. So me and my homie Ghost were there and shit. My little homie, my younger homie, he's a little white fool and shit, but I tacked him down and shit because I didn't want him getting fucking mixed up with these skinheads that you know, getting took off on and shit by some other fucking whatever they're going through, you know what I mean? We're on a 180 and shit in New Delano right there. And it was cool. There was just like, I just tell them, just kick back, fool, just work out and shit and do your thing and stay away from all this stuff. Because all these fools, you know, they're going to go through wherever they're going. You're going to get spanked once you get to the back, dog. So just kick back, work out, fool, and do your program, fool. You got 17 years and shit, you know? So one time we ended up in the middle of a riot and shit. The blacks and the whites were going at it. And we were like right in the middle. So it was just like one of those things like fucking, if them fools bump into us, fool, we just jump up and just say they fucking bumped into us and we jump for the whites. You know what I mean? You know? You know, and I seen that shit. It's some serious shit, dude. I admire this one white dude because at the time it was like 4 black fools around him and they're fucking trying to get him. And there's a white dude on the floor and shit, and he's fucking standing over him and shit. Like, I'm sorry, he's standing over him like fucking like guarding him and shit, fool. And the dude's on the floor and these fools are around him and shit, but he's like trying to, you know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, man, fool. Me and Ghost were in the back, like fucking watching that shit. Like, there's some serious shit. You know, these fucking gas bombs are going off and shit. Make sure one of them block guns don't come and hit us, fool. You know what I mean? And from New Delano, I did good and shit, you know. And I went to Centinela, and then Centinela was cool. I thought I was a man and shit, because at that time I met some girl from out Central, and Gina Garcia, that was her name, fucking baby doll. You know what I mean? I don't know if she sees me or not out there. I've been like fucking trying to say what's up to you and shit. How that motherfucker shit. You know what I mean? And Valerie Medina and shit. Smalls, fucking holler at me, man. I can't find you nowhere and shit. You're in Alhambra somewhere, you know what I mean? You know?
Shooting out an SOS right now.
Yeah, man. You know where I'm at, man. You know what I mean? Like fucking, you know, I ain't hard to find. Man, boy, you know, you fill that visiting form out and shit. And so fucking, yeah, I thought I was cool because they were just doing their thing, you know, and I was selling whatever I was doing, bringing in illegal narcotics. And at that time, fucking, she was like, I don't want to be involved in nothing and shit, whatever. But whatever, she hooked me up with somebody, and I was like, taking pictures of me with big old bags of store and shit, like fucking, you know, thought I was doing it. Feeling good, you know, taking care of people out there, you know. And yeah, man, I was living good. Had my little gold chain on, had my little watch on. I felt good about myself, you know. My family can't send me packages and stuff, but like your family sends you packages, so I'm just gonna hit you off with this real quick and shit, and just, you know, give me whatever I need and shit.
Get that package.
Yeah, you know.
Your family now sending me that package.
Yeah. So Man, it's crazy, dude. Like the stories that you hear from people and shit in there. Like some fools be fucking putting their family through some shit, my boy. Like you're relaying the message and shit. Like you know, like some fool one time the dad told me and shit. Like, hey man, like your son messes up and tells you to send you $600. Okay, you get him out the mess, right? I said yeah. He said your son does it again. What do you do? I was like, I don't know. Like he said, okay, we help him again. He does it the third time. He said, you tell him we're not taking care of nothing for him no more, you know? But he would always say, don't tell my dad, tell my mom. And I was like, homie, like fucking, you're spending like, you be putting your family through some shit, homie. And I'm the one relaying the message and shit, fool, because you owe me, you know what I mean? You know? And fucking, like, out of sympathy for your family, like fucking just, man, shoot me a fucking box of Buddy Bars and shit and some fucking Swiss rolls and we're straight, fool. Just do me a bottle, fool. Don't put your fucking family through that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you're lying, fool. Like, don't do that, dog. You know what I mean? I've been hearing some of the stories. Like, another one was like fucking, you know, we're boiling hot water inside the microwave right now and shit. And I was lucky to help out Whoop-de-Whoop with his $20 and shit. And fucking, like, he's like, just go and lie. Just tell her whatever, fool. And, like, I'm like, fucking damn, fool. You know, sometimes fucking you're struggling out there, dog, and you're fucking bugging them for fucking this fed out, lying your fucking ass off to them motherfuckers, dog, and they're fucking thinking you're gonna get hurt, and like, man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, fool. You know what I mean? You get your ass spanked, homie, take your ass to the hole, homie, do some burpees and shit, homie, do some windmills and shit, homie, some whatever, and get yourself right real quick, fool.
Sober up.
Yeah, we ain't send you out to the next yard, fool, and fucking, you good, homie. You know what I mean? And, I had to take a piss, fool.
Yeah, let's take a break real quick, everybody. Yeah, let's take a break so homie can take a leak. Thank you for everybody that's tapping in. Everybody hit that like button, and we're gonna continue this this story right here with the homie youngster. This has been good, man.
East side in this motherfucker right here.
Yeah, baby. Let's take a quick break, everybody, and I'm gonna play this song again by Nate No Face and your boy Lucky Sun Zoo right here. Love you guys. I appreciate it, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. And yeah, break time.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Emotions out of focus, I'm crawling at my lowest. Feet hit the streets like a high-speed pursuit. I'm wild when I move, burning to your head, about to tighten up the noose. Bunch of clown faces blowing clouds of the booth. Woof, woof, hooters at the door, now they trying to run up in. I am not a guppy shark, stash everything. Dope in the pussy like a B of A deposit. Baby girl robotic, she gang bang ebonics. Hang with the rules or you gotta pull your weight. Told the biggest tool, keep one in the chain. This is not a date, dance with the Mex, get your face in the cake.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Pennies for my thoughts, I still can't make a dollar. Anybody home, Mr. 38 revolver. Holla, Lord, I need change. Heard you heal the hurt, I heard you kill the pain. Homie down the street, you left them dead in the dirt. Now his mama growing grays. Clouds in the skies leave tears on the grave. No smile on the face, just another t-shirt. Small funeral, see his girl when they flirt. Shit's still fresh, still smell death. Bunch of drug addicts can't wait to fuck next. Let the pussy rest, waiting on the prey like a goon in your home. It's 2 in the morning.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
catch the redness in my eyes. The pookie virtualized, got the devil in my mind. The highs, the lows, a suicide note. The drip of the nasal, feel the tip of the razor. I'm tired of the living, I'm tired of the sinning. I wanna be dead, dog, better than these meds. Got my girl gagged, keep acting stupid, gonna throw you through the glass. Broken windows, limo tinted nipple. She crazy, we crazy, another meth baby. I need to sober up, I'm tripping, she waking. I think I need some sleep, I'm losing my mind. Catch me while I leap.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's prayed to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day. I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's prayed to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Where he got killed at, and I talked to myself. I'll say that shit right now too.
We back, everybody. Homie took a leak. I took a leak. You know, bro, that we're just talking, bro, right now, off air. But when you were telling the story about, you know, it was your pops getting killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the pain and the struggles you've been through, bro. You know, your mom, shit, she had to deal with everything you grew up around. You know, the pain in your voice, bro. You know what I mean? Honestly, started making my eyes water, dog, because, I mean, we can all connect with each other on different levels. You know. We don't have the same story, but some of us have similar stories. And when you're young and you have to deal with trauma, abuse, you know, that shit hurts, you know. And I noticed when you're speaking on that, dog, I mean, you know, I was starting to get a little teary-eyed, to be honest, bro. You know what I mean? But that's just me as a man that recognizes you know, the pain, the struggle, and when I hear that, I heard it in your voice, bro. That shit was, that was a testimony, dog, that was very, very powerful, bro. You know, I mean, does it feel good to talk about it? I mean, I know it still hurts because when you're talking, bro, I can hear the pain and the hurt in your voice, dog. You know, it's still.
That's something that fuels my anger.
To this day.
Hell yeah. That shit fuels my anger and shit like a motherfucker since I was a kid. That's what fucked me up. That's what fucks a lot of people up, man. You know what I mean? And you don't got nobody to talk to, so who do you go talk to? You talk to the other kids that are going through the same situations that you are, and they don't want to be home. Like I said, we're just a bunch of group of kids that don't want to be home. And that's how the gang starts, man. The gang starts as a support system. It's a support system developed to protect and help each other and shit. And I got you, my boy. Don't trip, you know what I mean? And we help each other out. We help the community out. You know what I mean? We protect the community. You know, we were doing beer runs before. We were standing in front of stores. And after the people at the store started telling us, I could see you in that mirror right there, then we stopped. You know, we only got a little bit to survive off her. It's just me and my grandmother that owned this store, man. So what we would do was they had couches in the liquor stores on Monterey Road in Redfield, and me, Toro, Weasel, Solo, Bandit, a lot of us, we would kick back in the stores and watch TV and shit, and anybody try to do a beer run, we're on your ass, homie. And I was like the decoy all the time, the little kid, so they would send me to hit people up. I'd stand in the corner, and people from Rose Hills would come over the hill or whatever your gang was, you know what I mean? And, you know, they would laugh at me and shit. And I was like, boom, fucking 7 fools come running out and shit. What's up, that's it? You know what I mean? And so we just always prevented any type of trouble around the neighborhood right there. You know, we were taught to protect the community and shit after a while. And so,
Can I ask you something, Doug?
yeah.
I mean, have you ever talked to like maybe a therapist or anything like that, dog, about, you know, the shit that you've been through, the trauma, you know what I mean? Have you ever took any type of have you been prescribed anything? You know what I mean? Like, have you dealt with your past shit that you've been through, dog, on any level?
Yeah, I've been through. I got diagnosed with all the diagnoses that you could think of. What is that? Postpartum depression, bipolar syndrome, schizophrenia, mental psychosis. Every single diagnosis you could probably think of and shit.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else has. But you know, we're just so fucked up from being locked up and shit that we're always taught to deny everything and shit.
Instead of facing, maybe
Yeah.
trying to get treated or trying to, you know, figure out, you know, a way, maybe a better way of getting around past trauma. And
Yeah.
whatnot, you know?
Nah, just deny it, just out of fear, because I don't want to be locked up and be on one of these yards where I'm not supposed to be at and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just my mentality. And maybe I'm just fucked in the brain and shit.
Do you feel like, I mean,
You know? But,
I mean, it's kind of hard not to be fucked in the brain. I mean, I'm fucked in the brain, bro. You know what I mean? From just the shit that I went through, and you know, I can't compare my story to your story, dog. You know what I mean? Because everyone has their own individual stories. But just, I mean, when you were telling about, you know, just your adolescence upbringing, bro, it just fucking, it's very, very powerful, bro. It's very, very unique. I mean, little fucking Matt in suburbia would never be able to relate to something like that. But to each his own, you know what I mean? We're all given different roads in life, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
You know, and you got to deal with them. You know, maybe them dudes in suburbia got to deal with different challenges, you know what I mean? Maybe trying to fucking upheld the family name and not be a fucking bum because Pops was this fucking huge big person. I mean, there's different pressures and there's different.
I know exactly what you're saying. Like, you got these motherfuckers that want to be gang members and shit because fucking your dad was fucking only working in a law firm and shit, and your mom fucking worked just fucking doing like whatever those shits are when they sell the houses. What is that shit called?
Real estate agent.
Real estate agent, and they were never home for you and shit. So fucking,
You end up
you
with
know,
the wrong crowd, or you end up fucking up. I mean, there's many different stories, dog. This story right here, I knew, bro, you coming on, bro, was gonna be powerful, bro. And it met every one of my expectations, dog. You know what I mean? Because I know you, dog. You know what I mean? And since I got in the hood, dog, I mean, you've always been, you know what I mean, that homie, that good homie, that solid homie, that soldier, dog. You know what I mean? That fucking like YG, that's a youngster right there. What's happening, homie? You know what I mean? Like you were always with the business. You're always there with us, dog. You know what I mean? And if not with us, you're with whomever. You know what I mean? You know, but I knew. I mean, you've lived such a fucking crazy life, and has it changed? I mean, are you still living a crazy life? Have you figured it out?
I haven't figured it out, man. I'm fucking like, you know what I mean? So I end up getting married later on down the line. I end up like in fucking 3 other prisons and shit. Calipat a second time. This time fucking like, at that time it was a big party and shit in 2002 and shit. This time I go back in like 2000 and wherever the fuck. And fucking, that's not cool no more. So like, I end up fucking like being, you know, I get regulated the first time. Never got regulated in my life and shit. But then they fucking, hey, you're gonna get regulated because we feel like you're challenging us and shit because you're just a little too outspoken there. And so fucking, they come in there and they fucking, you know, some guys that I know, and they're like, it's nothing but love, youngs. I'm like, all right, it's cool. They fucked me up, dog. I got blood all over the walls and shit, and everything fucked up like that. And fucking, I was like pissed off, wiping the blood off the walls, dog. Like, fuck you motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Bitch ass motherfuckers. That's what probably turns a lot of these other dudes to fucking go a different route and shit. Not me, homie. I just fucking just pissed off and shit, but we just keep rolling and shit. You know what I mean? And so fucking, they're like, hey, we're gonna shoot you a couple soap outs. Just do us a favor. Don't go out the chow. I'm like, yeah, whatever, homie.
Because
you know what I mean?
you're fucked up.
Yeah,
and
fuck
they
that.
don't want to
homie.
do
That's not gonna happen though.
Yeah.
I'm going out to chow. I'm just gonna tilt my hat to the side to hide that fucking lump on my face and shit. And then I want to walk past you and be like, you didn't do shit to me, homie. Fuck you. You know what I mean? But I'm still, that's just that pride, like fucking at that time, that ego and shit. You know what I mean?
Ego.
You know, like fucking, you know, like you're not fucking breaking me, homie, but you're pissing me the fuck off and shit. And they're like, hey, I hope you don't take it personal. I'm like, I'm taking it personal than a motherfucker, homie. You know what I mean? It is personal because you personally fucked me up, and I personally fucking got fucked up. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I'm taking it personal and shit, but I ain't gonna say nothing and shit, homie. But fucking, that's some bullshit, homie. You know what I mean? That's how you gonna do this.
But that's a part of the game.
That's part of the game. So you know that's why they say that phrase comes from what is it? Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Ice Cube, baby.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And so fucking, you gotta check yourself before somebody else checks you. So you have to do that shit. You know what I mean?
You gotta check. Because I mean, when you're in this jungle, you know what I mean? And sometimes when, you know, like you said, our ego, our pride makes us feel like, you know what I mean, we one of the superiors in this fucking jungle. Like there's always possibly going to be someone that can hate on you, or they can just like stunt your growth a little and be just like, calm down, my G, like, you ain't that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a cold reality of the game.
Yep.
But you know what? I respect it. You know what I mean? Because there's a chain of command, you know what I mean? And I respect it. And if you signed up for this, then sometimes these are humbling moments, bro. Humbling moments as a gang member, as a gangster, you know what I mean? You can't be touched. You know what I mean? I'm bulletproof with my motherfucking shirt off. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody fucking whoop-de-whoop-whoop because I'm that dude. Why? Because I've been living this life and I earned mines, but you just never know when your name might be called and you end up on the wrong side of the junta, right? Now you're not in the junta, and the junta's about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're discussing how they're gonna reprimand you or whatnot. You know what I mean? And that shit hurts. It hurts the pride. It hurts everything. I get it, dog.
You know.
Yeah.
You know like a motherfucker, homie.
It
If
hurts.
anybody knows, you know more than me, because you've been through some shit where it was like, I heard, homie, about you, where they're like, hey, Lucky said they go over here, go over there, and that was showing like, what's up? Because you've been through some situation, homie.
Yeah.
And you got a story to tell. I got another gang story to tell.
You know, and I haven't even told my story, dog, because it's just, it needs to be told right, dog. You know what I mean? And when I have cats like you on, I have cats like Loco on, Shooter on, the homie Marvelous from Matavia, just different cats that are very, very articulate, and they can righteously tell a good story. I feel like I can tell a good short story, but when it comes to my story isn't short, it's long. So I want to be methodical about it.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Ahead,
I know, but I want you to say it. How did you get that name Lucky? Because they called you something else before, though. How'd you get that name Lucky?
Well, they were trying to call me something before, dog, but the day that I got jumped in the neighborhood and shit, dog, you know what I mean? To make a long story short, I've told it here before, dog, but I was with a bunch of the homies, dog, off of Monterey Road, dog. We're in front of that elementary school and shit, dog, you know what I mean?
Bushnell Way.
Yeah, and fucking...
Should I go out to all the kids out there?
Long story short, dog, a car pulled up. You know what I mean? There was two dudes in the back. There was a fucking veterana driving the fucking mini truck. Two dudes were in the back of the fucking thing, dog. And when we saw it, we're like, man, there's two fools in the back of that motherfucking truck, you know what I mean? And we're like, nah, you know what I mean? But anyways, she passed by twice, and then after that, a car pulled up with two dudes, dog. They shot a couple of the homies. I tried to run. They cut me off, bro. They put the gun to my fucking head, dog. They hit me up where I was from, dog. You know what I mean? This is the day I got jumped into the neighborhood, dog. You know what I mean? And I didn't have a name yet. They were like, we're gonna name him Wolf, because remember when I got in the hood, I had long hair, bro, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was a stoner fool on 50, dog. You know what I mean?
Feast of the Beast.
Yeah, feasting the beast. Remember the tattoo I had right there? Yeah, this fool know me way back.
I know, homie.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, that was the And they hadn't had a name for me yet, dog. But I was waiting for all the fucking, like, the homies that pulled up with all the fucking nice rumflies, like Dreamer and Jason Rascal, and you know what I mean, all the fly homies back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was in the car with all the fucking I was in the car with Nena. She had the battle ram.
And all that shit.
Yeah, I was in the
In
car
the
with.
bucket.
I was in the bucket. I was in the car with all the homies, dog. That were just like fucking just fuck ups and just fucking running wild and just like. Anyways, but yeah, this dude cut me off, and because I tried to follow my homeboy Whisper, Cause he broke, cause they were dumping back and forth. A couple of homies broke, they shot, and they were fucking going back and forth, and we're back in Nana's car going from one side to the other, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dodging the fucking bullets and shit,
And
dog.
they were going back and forth shooting at you guys on each side.
Yeah.
trying to get
Well, they're
you.
going, and then we realized we didn't shoot back, so they got off the car, dog. And as soon as we heard the doors open, everybody broke. A couple of the homies got shot, and I followed the homie whispering shit, and that one fool cut me off and hit me up where I was from, put the gun to my head. And I just fucking, everybody's seen it. He goes, where you from? I was like, I had to like spit it out, dog. I had to spit it out, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I just got into the hood, dog.
That fool had it straight to your face.
Yeah, straight to my face. He cut me off, dog. And I just said, I'm from Highland Park, homie. You know what I mean? And that fool went like this, like he pulled the trigger, dog. You know what I mean? And the bullet jammed, dog. The bullet jammed, dog. And everybody's seen that shit, dog. And that's how I got lucky.
And what happened? You were like, what the fuck?
Well, when I seen, so I'm processing this as a kid, bro. You know what I mean? And then I seen him go like this, like the gun, and I braced myself for the fucking bullet, dog. You know what I mean? And then he turned the gun upside down, so I was going to try to crack this fool, dog. And then the other fool that shot a couple of the homies came to this side with it running up and shit, and I just fucking ran, dog. I ran for the, like, you know what I mean? Like, my life was on the line like it was, right? You know what I mean?
When he put the gun to your head and he said, where you from? What were you thinking, fool? Like, I'm from.
I was scared, dog. I was scared, but I still told him where I was from, dog.
Like, fuck it. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to be a bitch, dog. And I just got in the hood, dog. I mean, that same day, that like right before that, we were at the park and shit, dog. Got down with a gang of homies, dog, because the gang of the homies seen me with long hair, dog.
They want to jump you in like 6 times that day.
Yeah,
I wasn't here.
They didn't want to. They're like, fool, you sure you won't be from the hood and shit? And I was fucking with the homies on 50 and shit, dog. You know what I mean? And so this side, we got the Strickland dudes, we got the BSKs and all this shit, dog. You know what I mean? And so they were just like, we're going to go extra hard on this motherfucking long-haired stoner fool, you know what I mean? And they just kept on, you know what I mean? And it ended up, I think it was me and Evil at the end that were going heads up, dog, you know what I mean? But I guess I kind of held my ground a little bit, even though they knocked me down a gang of times, but I kept on getting up. I never stayed on the ground. I kept on getting up.
That's the thing. Get up.
Yeah.
Get your ass up, homie.
And fucking, so that's when we led over there. We're supposed to meet up. We're supposed to do this. It's a celebration, you know what I mean? And long story short, again, we end up on Strickland. We're cleaning up all the glass on fucking Nana's car and shit. And everyone was like, fool, that's fucking lucky. You know what I mean? That fool got lucky as fuck. You know what I mean? And since then, it's been that.
Lucky Sensu. Give me a moment of your motherfucking time up in this biatch.
Can I get a moment of your time? Hey.
Can I get a moment of your time?
But you know, life,
That's right.
Life is.
That's what I want to hear.
Life is crazy, bro. You know what I mean? And one thing about this podcast, bro, is we need to talk about life so people can understand where people like you come from. You know what I mean? People like me come from. People like, because we all have unique stories. You know, I don't mean to individualize where you and where I come from, but we all have our own trials, our tribulations, our own struggles on growing up and shit, dog. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you're fucking 7 years old. You got to be jumping out a motherfucking window, bro. That's crazy as fuck, dog. I mean, no 7-year-old.
Hey, and that fool was supposed to put us through some shit, dog. Like, my little baby sister was in the middle of the bed, and this fool was jumping up and down, dog, like fucking with what is that shit? A fucking hatchet or an axe or some shit? Excuse me. All around, fucking hitting the walls and shit. We're like, my mom was like, go get the baby, you know what I mean? He's not gonna do nothing to you. And fucking, I went in there to try to get my little sister and shit. He told me leave her alone and shit. She told me like the devil possessed him or something's wrong with him. Just stay away from him.
It's that dragon. He was chasing that dragon. Huh?
Yeah, fool. And like, I used to be happy because at that time he was like low key trying to make me happy. You know, bringing me low key, like fucking low budget shit, but I loved it. Like the walkie talkies and the fucking fucked up scooters and shit he was stealing, and you know what I mean? Like he was trying to be my father and shit, and he was waking me up at fucking 6, 5 in the morning and shit, taking me jogging, working out, doing push-ups, trying to be teaching me how to be a man and shit, telling me how to use dental floss and shit and brush my teeth and fucking clean my fucking wee and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to do that shit. No one taught me how to do that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, you were raised in the system, bro. Like, you were state raised baby, dog. And
Yeah.
and here, how old are you now, bro?
I'm 41.
41, dog.
At that time, I used to be happy, dude, because like that fool was from 18. So we used to go down the street and that fool just throw up an E and be like, "Hey, watch my car, homie." And we go down to fucking Grand Market and shit and get whatever we want. We go down to the fucking arcade in there. At that time, it was like the arcade was like, "Oh, can we go play video games in there?" But it was treacherous. Anybody knows that fucking arcade by 7th and Broadway and shit, homie. At that time, homie, in the 80s and shit, that was a gang-infested, fucking drug-infested environment and shit. You know what I mean? And at that time, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I just wanted to play video games. But you want to go in there and do whatever he's, doing and shit. And
Handle his business or something.
That's not the spot to be at, homie. You know what I mean? But at that area and at that generation and shit, that year, homie, all he had to do was throw up an E, homie, and fucking everything was all right. You know what I mean? And we're going to Clifton's and shit and getting a fucking food buffet, homie, and fucking for $7 and shit. Now you got to dress up all nice and fancy and shit to go to Clifton's. At that time, homie, me and my moms would catch the bus, homie, downtown, homie, go to Clifton's and shit and eat a fucking feed-em-ass meal and shit for like $7, dog. You know what I mean? Watch the little waterfall, the Escalade and shit, and fucking, and we'll eat, homie. We'll go down to Dearden's and shit. Scope some shit out, window shop a little bit, you know what I mean? At that time, I used to trip out because everything was like X-rated down there. I'm like, what the fuck? I just see nothing but triple X. Like, what the fuck is that? Everything was like pornographic down there and shit, But, yeah, me and my moms, we would go window shopping and shit, you know what I mean?
Shout out to moms.
Yeah, thank you, Mom. God bless you for giving me a life to this day. Every time I would leave, I say, "Hey, Moms," I said, "even if I don't make it back, no, I always love you."
You always,
know what I mean?
To this day, you tell her?
Till this day, even if I'm going to the liquor store to buy one of these punk-ass Camel Crushers and cash shit that cost like fucking 9-something and shit, or a single for 75 cents. Shot goes out to the homies right there by Alvera Street, homie, that sell the fucking single cigarettes right there for 50 cents and shit.
Yeah.
They're right there on Alvera Street, homie, right there on the side. So if you want a single cigarette and shit, take your ass right there by Alvera Street, homie, on the side. There's some homies that sell some single cigarettes and shit. You get yourself a Coca-Cola too and shit while you're waiting or whatever you're doing and shit, I mean. I want to send a shout out to all them dudes, homie. Them dudes. I want to send a shout out to fucking my boys right there on York and Figueroa, homie. At Jack in the Box at 99-cent store, the Chevron and shit. I want to send out to my fucking girl. You know who the fuck you are. Right there at La Estrella, right there. You know where you're at on 61 in Figueroa. She keeps that shit popping and shit right there.
So let me ask you a question. So you since then you're a father now, right? Mm-hmm. How has that been as a father? You know what I mean, knowing the way you were raised, have you been able to change the cycle? I mean, or is it just too hard? You know what I mean? Like, what are struggles you face right now in this time in your life?
That shit reshaped my life. So I got married to somebody, you know what I mean? And so we she came, she was a strong fucking woman. And she was a soldier and shit. God bless all them women that go to see people that are locked up every weekend.
Yeah, shout out to them.
You women fucking wake up at 4 a.m. and shit to go stand in them visiting lines, to go visit these people that you care about, that you write letters to. And these people were fucking waiting Monday through Friday and shit for that mailman to walk by that cell and call your name out. And if they don't call your name out, you're like, fuck, maybe tomorrow I'll get some mail.
That shit hurts, huh?
Yeah, it does. And when you finally do get that letter, you're reading it all week and shit. You're reading it 7 times fucking every fucking day. You're reading it over and over again and shit. Maybe looking a little too far into that letter and shit, but man, God bless you women and shit that are standing by your fucking men that are locked up and shit, and don't let anybody fucking talk you out of fucking leaving that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what they say, that there's never gonna be no future, that there's fucking never gonna be nothing and shit, that why are you waiting around for somebody that's locked up? I don't give a fuck what they say. You stand by that motherfucker. And if that fucking dude fucking makes you feel good every fucking weekend and shit, sharing that fucking burrito and shit with that avocado that you split up and you make your own meal with and shit, and you fucking sitting there with fucking, and you're hugging and kissing and you're just hugging, just enjoying, this happiness and shit through that whole fucking 7-8 hour visit and shit, you stay by that motherfucker, man. Don't give a fucking fuck about anybody out here that fucking sits there and tries to fucking contaminate your brain and fucking try to pull you away from that motherfucker just for the satisfaction of it shit. If that's what makes you happy, you stay by that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if he has his life sentence and shit. And you're never gonna be having no fucking sexual fucking intercourse with him. That don't mean shit. You stay by that motherfucker and you don't listen to them motherfuckers, because all they are is nothing but negative fucking energy, and that's what you don't need.
I agree. And a couple people have been asking me why Lucky's quiet, why this, that. You know what? When you have someone that's willing to come on this podcast, you know what I mean, and tell their story, shoot from the hip, be transparent, tell it like it is, what do? You shut the fuck up and you let the man speak. And this dude right here, my respect for this dude, it's always been through the roof. But after we've never had this story because all the time when me and this fool were kicking in the hood, we were just fucking on drugs and on
Smoking rocks and shit.
And on a good one, you know what I mean? Just fucking gangbang shit.
Kickstarting Torpedo's car and his whatever the fuck that was. Mustang, yeah.
You know, we
hey, 7 over. Tell me what we would do when the car went out.
Yeah. But yeah,
we get up and push this shit.
But you know, it's just I've never like we have conversations, but this conversation right here, like I've known this dude for damn near 30 years. I didn't know that about him as a kid and what he had to go through. And this is the beautiful thing of this podcast right here. Because man, I'm telling you, when this fool was talking about that abusive shit as a kid, this and that, man, I swear to God, I almost had a tattooed tear come down my motherfucking cheek, dog. And that motherfucker would, you know what I mean? It was just, I was fighting that bitch, dog. I was like, oh, no, you don't. But sometimes we fight tears. Do you fight tears off?
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
You fight tears off to this day?
I've only cried in front of my wife probably and shit, man. Yeah. I cried in front of her. You know what I mean? And that shit ain't fucking, I don't give a fuck, homie. I cried in front of her and shit. I told her LA is evil and I don't want to be over there. I said I don't want nothing to do with none of that shit over there, man. I miss my kids.
Do you see your kids?
Yeah, I see them on WhatsApp because I gotta catch the fucking bus, the GO line to fucking the Union Station, and then from the Union Station I gotta catch the fucking the Silver Streak to go to Amani bus station, and from Amani bus station I gotta catch the 194. Shots go out to everybody that fucking drives the 194 and shit. You fucking bus drivers make that shit happen. That's my main bus right there, and the fucking 81 down Figueroa. What
has been, so you're not with your wife no more. You guys have separated.
Yeah. I don't want to touch too much bases with that, just out of respect for you. But, yeah, so I go over there. I spend time with my kids. I spend time with my wife, you know what I mean? Even though when we're separated and shit, I still love her. I got nothing but fucking love and respect for her and shit because me and her know what she's been through and what I've been through and shit, and we got similarities and shit. And I fucking have nothing but love and respect for that woman and shit to the day that I die, homie.
Absolutely. Salute to baby mama. Baby mama,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
And my children and shit, I don't never want to make them feel like I ditched them and shit, but that's my child and shit. So if I ever die and I get killed, and I hope one day maybe you could watch this and shit, that Rudy Vargas Jr. and Relissa Marie Vargas, that's her name. I love you with all my heart, man.
I mean, if you could, would you try to work it out and get back with her?
I would, but that's not gonna happen. But I try to provide for my children, and I try to take care of them. And whether it's fucking stealing from fucking punk ass Walmart, and cause I done, I'm sorry and shit. Walmart, I fucking scanned a couple items that weren't scanned.
Hey, that's the bro. Like they are to this day, bro. To this day, when I go do the self checkout, dog, I swear to God, to this day, they fucking with me. I'm just like, I know I'm on that camera right there at the self checkout, but I'm like, I can so easily skip this, scan this. But you know what? I to this day, like I'm
sorry.
But honestly, dog, I've done it before. But to this day, I count my blessings, bro.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I don't want no bad karma on me, dog. You know what I mean? So you know what? Instead of not paying for this $5.99 item, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pay for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I skip that shit. Shots go out to the homie from Lomas right there, fucking Walmart in La Puente and shit. City of Industry I got nothing but love for City of Industry and La Puente and shit.
Hey, keep talking to him. I gotta take a leak right now. Keep it on.
Yeah. Hey, so fucking hey, you got me feeling lost and shit now. You're supposed to be my sensu, homie. You know what I mean? My sensei and shit. Yeah, we gonna rotate that shit. Fucking, you know what I mean? After you're done, I'ma go and shit. You know what I mean? Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, drink a little. Hey, this time, fuck it, I'm gonna give a shout out to the homie. Who are you?
Preston.
Who? Preston is this motherfucker. You made this shit happen, homie. Who are you?
Oscar.
Oscar, and where you out of? Anaheim, homie. Shots go out to the motherfuckers in Anaheim, homie. Come over here, man. Bring your ass over here. On my side with me, man. Yeah, right there. We doing a fundraiser for what?
For my pops.
Your pops passed away?
No, my pop's brother.
Okay.
So we're trying to get a fundraiser, get some food out there. So you in Anaheim, Orange County, go out to 1259 North Rivera Street, Anaheim, California, Rodman Drive. You know what time it is.
Straight up, man.
We out here, Hood Stocks, fam.
Get that fundraiser, homie. Straight up.
Yeah.
And you over there, man. Bring your ass over here, man. You a part of the establishment. Come over here, man. You a part of my homeboy Hector. Come over here. I'm not lying. I'm not playing.
He don't want to be on camera, though. He don't want to.
You don't be on camera?
Yeah, but we got.
I gotta give my respects to you, your crew.
We got, yeah, absolutely, dog, and they appreciate it. But not, you know, that's one thing dope about the dudes in here is not all of them want to be in front of this camera. I mean, some, and this is why we have the right dudes right here, because sometimes you got to play your role.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to play your role sometimes.
Oh my God, have you heard that Hannah Gavlin?
Yeah.
She says sometimes you gotta play the villain. That's what reminded me when you say you gotta play the role.
Yeah.
You gotta play the villain. That shit bumps, homie. I give a shot. That fucking girl's beautiful, homie.
You know what's crazy, bro? Is all
Fuck
these,
with me, like.
hey, check
you know
it out,
what I mean?
dog. All these years, bro, I always hear about you in the system, fucking rapping, dog.
Yeah.
Rapping to the vent, dog. I mean, you.
Can I bust a flow for you?
Yeah, bust a flow, dog.
Check this out.
Let's hear a flow.
I'm gonna do this shit, fucking locked up old school style shit.
Yeah.
My Nikes run down, my socks got holes. A BLT shirt, I gotta get me some clothes. I got money in my pocket, but I'm thirsty for green. I robbing motherfucking stores and I'm fleeing the scene. Paper bags full of cash, I'm pulling food stamps and all. And if you see me out in public, best forget what you saw. So when you pulling out your car keys and you unlock your door, I'ma sneak it from behind and slam me flat on the floor and pop the keys in the ignition, cause I'm gone in the breeze. Cause robbing people's like my job, and yes, I do it with ease. When fools be flossing lots of gold, I know they're popping the grip. And when I pull it out my pocket and I pull out its lid, it makes me feel like I got a gank. I'm taking shit on the spot. See this shit I robbed from you, pay for this jersey I bought. And I'm just trying to make the best about a bad situation. See, I lashed out on lip pulse and acting no hesitation. At times I empty, look into the fridge and it's empty as hell. And I got the middle of the month, I got shit on my shelf. And I'm as hungry as a motherfucker. I ain't got no food. My house is infested with roaches. I'm thinking, what should I do? My bitch is nagging. I gotta get me a job. But that's just too hard to do. I'd rather Joe out and rob. See, there's some resourceful ways, and this is shit I do best. I just might rob the wrong person and straight get laid up to rest. This little handful of money seems to still ain't enough. I might consider selling rocks cause it's sure getting rough. And now I'm staring at the ceiling laying down late at night. And I'm staring at myself, I gotta make this shit right. I'm getting tired and tired. I'm getting tired and tired. I'm getting tired and tired. I'm fucking 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 tired and tired. Northeast, southeast location, East LA, West Los San Fernando, and San Gabriel Vire, South Central Compton, Watts Harbor, everywhere the waters are blue. Southern Raza, boy, I thought you knew. In an Empire, Orange County, and San Diego. South side is up, and north, you know, we're strapped wherever they go. No down here, but there's some sides up there, and that's letting you know who's letting who walk where. I bust your shit in your face on the streets while I stand you down to the concrete floor with my hands. And if you ever fuck around and had to fight one of us, break out before you get bum rushed. It's not the Wild Wild West. It's Northeast Los, baby. It's not the Wild Wild West. It's Northeast Los, baby.
Baby, my G. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. Let me tell you guys right now, you know what I mean? Because we're the same age and shit, you know what I mean? And all these years, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I always did some rap shit too, but everyone would be like, oh, your homie YG hard as fuck. Your homie YG hard as fuck. Or they'll be like, oh, or I'll hear the some of the haters on the side, but it's all good because everyone should have their opinion and be like, oh, he can't fuck with your home youngster from Highland Park. And I mean, this dude right here, I always wanted to get him on some music shit, but he can't stay out of the penitentiary. You know what I mean?
I can't do it, homie. Check this out. It must have been the wetness of your lips hips or the shape of your ass. It rocks me up on the spot. When I'm watching you pass, see, I'm an addict of what you got. So I got me a habit, it's like a rush when I plunge deep in the pussy and stab it. See, most fools are spending dough, but I don't trick on no cash. I sweet talk them and I fuck them, and I'm out of there fast. Gang related and they love it, because they see I ain't fake. I eat pussy sloppy wet just like a skeezy shake. You can kick it for a while till your boyfriend paroles, but I ain't about to probably catch you out of body, no clothes. I ain't your baby father's bitch. Well, down for the sex. So when you want, give me a quick text. You be looking too cute because you're stylish as fuck. Rub my fingers to your hair, love me moanies as fuck. But I'll be homing on the hip, we could be sitting them down. You only fuck with big youngs because he be breaking you down. I've been upstate for a while, but I'll be hitting the streets. Tonight when we get out, I'm gonna hit in the sheets and tell the lady at the counter that we're checking in now. A big young from Highland Park Lane and my presence be felt. And I just wanna make you smile while I lick in the ear. I wrap my arms around your waist and whispers pop in the ear.
Where'd you write that at, dog? Where'd you write these at, dog?
Centinela State Prison, homie. Straight up, homie. Fuck the fucking right hooters. Feed them it, homies. Much respect to the fucking corrupted hooters, homie. H-Town riders, and we don't take kind to outsiders.
My G, dog. You are fucking, bro. This right here, dog, this podcast is gonna be the beginning, bro, of a new chapter in your life, baby. Right now, people know, we in the hood, we know who you are, bro. In the hood, but the world, bro. Everybody watches this channel, bro. Everybody's gonna watch. We got 300 motherfuckers right here on a Sunday afternoon, dog. When shit is open up, dog, they ain't gotta be on this
Sunday
bitch.
afternoon, homie. Shots go out to Shiro, homie. She got probably like 12 kids now and shit, homie. Hey, Tony A, leave my motherfucking curl alone, homie. Tell that Vato to leave it curl alone, dog. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe he did you like that, my boy. Hey, I got nothing but respect for Tony A, dog. That Vato, when I heard him speak on your fucking podcast, I'm like, damn, that fool fucking sounds like my tío, dog.
Yeah.
Like I want him to be my fucking tío.
Yeah.
I wanna fucking hug him, homie.
He's got a fatherly figure way, dog.
Fuck yeah,
and
homie.
I had a good time with him. Shout out to Tony A, the wizard from Rhodium Radio.
Tony
shit.
H.
I mean, yeah, Tony H. You know what I mean? Hey, bro. So
Yeah.
I mean, do you ever think about writing a book, bro? Like, what do you want to do in life, bro? You're 41 years old, bro. You just lost your job last week, bro. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm not trying to remind you about that, bro, but let's just talk realistic.
Remind me about that shit, please.
Yeah, well, you should get mad about that. Get mad about that, dog.
Remind me about that shit.
Bro, sometimes you need to be reminded about shit
homie.
to get why did you lose your job?
Hey, because they were talking to me, homie, in Spanish in one certain area. Spencer, homie, I'm a fucking pocho, I'm a plastico, whatever the fuck you want to call me, homie. I'm fucking half Mexican, I'm half Indian, homie. But they were talking to me in Spanish, and they were telling me to go to some fucking, do something, pick 6 items up in this area, and I picked the other 6 items up in another area, dog. So they told me, hey, you think it's funny and shit? I said, I didn't say it was funny. And they told me, fucking, if I can't work with you, then go over there. I said, I didn't say that shit, so I gotta break it down, because I don't want to fucking seem like an asshole and shit and tell you that shit. But I speak broken Spanish, homie. I fucking, you know what I mean? So I gotta fucking talk like that. You know, no entiendo español, pero poquito. You know what I mean? Yo le entiendo. ¿Me entiendes? Yeah, because when I was locked up, homie, yo tiene una salaya. Agárrame unos papel y escríbete palabras en español y es inglés. ¿Me entiendes? So you say, hey, buenos días y buenos días. Okay, good morning. Okay, fucking.
Rest is in English.
¿Qué desayuno? You know what I mean? Fucking in English and shit. Fucking what's for breakfast? What's for fucking English and shit? What's for fucking dinner? Fucking whatever the fuck, homie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning this shit. You don't speak English, I don't speak that good Spanish, that good and shit. So feed me, homie. We're gonna turn each other and shit. Some fucking little dude also from MS, he didn't speak that good English and shit. I didn't speak that good Spanish, so we're gonna fucking teach each other, homie. You know, and the other homie Brownie from Florencia and shit, from the Easy Locals, from 90th Street. That fool's like, fucking, I'm gonna take you talk to you nothing but in Spanish and shit. I said, feed me, fool, because I'm gonna fucking speak, you know, you're gonna teach me and shit, and I'm gonna fucking learn, homie. To any motherfucker, homie, that learns a fucking other language, homie, that's a fucking skill, homie. That's a fucking skill, homie. That's a fucking talent. And I fucking been in places, homie, where some other little motherfucker, homie, that speaks a fucking other language, don't want to speak the language and shit because he's ashamed of it and shit. And the girl was right there, his girlfriend, and the mom right there, and she's telling them, speaking Spanish. You know how to speak in Spanish? And I'm like, what the fuck, motherfucker, you speaking Spanish, fool? You know how to speak it? So what the fuck you fucking feeling ashamed of that shit for? That's a talent, homie. You know what I'm saying? So fucking, if you know how to do it, like, what the fuck you ashamed of, fool? This is our fucking country, homie. We're just taking that shit back, fool. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, homie. This was fucking. You know
Preach.
what I'm saying?
Preach, baby, preach.
Straight up, homie. East side of this motherfucker right here, homie.
I mean, how do you feel about this podcast you have so far, dog? I mean, were you nervous coming in?
Nah, hell nah. At first, like last night, fucking, I was tattooing on the homie and shit. The homie, you know, the homie Muerto and shit. I was tattooing on him, fool. I was fucking putting his highness name on him. I'm gonna go back on Monday and shit, fix that shit up, dog. I went there, fucking, you know, shots go out to the fucking little tattoo shop that gave me my little punk ass tattoo gun right there on Broadway and Daly and shit, Upper Lincoln Heights, homie. You know what I mean? And fucking, they gave me my fucking tattoo gun. We went yesterday, homie. I fucking met some hyena. Hey, Q, what's up? Fucking, some fucking vato fucking charger like fucking $100 for some little punk ass outline and shit. I'm like, man, I'll fucking give me a cheeseburger special and shit at fucking Cypress Best and shit, and I'll fucking do that shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like, serious? I'm like, man, that shit like $20, homie. Like, I'll do this shit for free, fool. Miss me with that bullshit. You know what I mean? Take that shit fucking.
Put some food in my belly, baby.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, they charge you $100 for that shit. I hate motherfuckers that fucking do that shit, homie.
So check it out, dog. You're single right now, dog, right?
Yeah, I'm single.
you looking for, you know, new love? Like.
Yeah, I'm searching for a new love. Someone to touch my. Man, homie, like, I got EBT. You know what I'm saying? I'll fucking, I got $79 on my EBT card right now and shit.
You go to Wine her and Diner.
Yeah, we go to fucking either Cypress Best on Cypress Park on Figueroa on Cypress, or we're gonna take your ass to Dino's right there, homie, with that cheeseburger special, homie, on Broadway, homie.
You gotta get that
You know what I'm
chicken
saying?
plate, baby.
Yeah, straight
Dino's,
up,
you gotta
homie.
get that chicken
East
plate.
side, homie. That's where I'm from, homie. Northeast, Los East, Southeast, Los. It's all connected, homie.
All LA's
You know what I'm
connected.
saying? Straight
IE's
up.
connected.
LA,
OC's
IE,
connected.
homie,
We are all
fucking
connected,
San
baby.
Diego. I don't give a fuck, homie. You know what I'm saying? And brown lives matter, homie. Your fucking other life don't matter much more than mine's, homie. None less than mine's, homie. Brown lives matter, homie.
Do you pay attention? You're speaking on Brown Lives Matter. Do you pay attention to the politics in the world?
I do, homie, and I feel offended by Black Lives Matter. Honestly, to tell you the truth, homie, I don't mean no disrespect to nobody and shit, but how the fuck does your life matter more than mine and shit? Let's fucking take focus off that shit. When I hear fucking Black Lives Matter, that fucking makes me feel fucking disrespected and shit, feel like my life don't matter and shit. What about this little brown motherfucker right there, homie, that's fucking going through fucking his little fucking, he's going through, you know, whatever he's going through in elementary school and shit, homie. Optics and shit, homie. The Dare K program after school and shit.
Let's say this, and this is just my opinion. You know what I mean? This is my opinion. You're obviously very, very passionate about what you're saying.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Because you are not prepped for this. There's no teleprompt in front of us that's making you say this shit. This is straight from your motherfucking heart. And this is what I love about Hoodstocks, baby. We are all Hoodstocks. You know what I mean?
Brown lives matter.
But check it out though. With the Black Lives Matter movement, it trickles down to us because but they're just more outspoken than the homies are, than the brown lives. You know what I mean? They're more outspoken.
We won't stay quiet in the cut. That's why.
Because the homies are very prideful and they shut up. They take the beating. They don't say nothing. You know what I mean? They take the fucking you know, it's changing now in this era that we live in.
That's what Hoodstock's about, homie,
Yeah,
because you're the
but-
fucking spokesperson for us.
Well, you know what?
Kind of.
I mean, you know what, bro? I have
Everybody.
I have us on, dog. I have the people. I have what mainstream media won't do. I'm glad you don't do
Raw and
that
uncut.
because we're gonna do this shit right here,
Raw
my
and
G. You know what I
uncut.
mean? So there's a lane for us to be original. There's a lane for us to be Hoodstocks and to just go against the grain, you know what I mean, and tell the stories that.
And that's what we used to.
Sometimes they don't want to hear the stories. Society doesn't want to hear the stories, you know what I mean? You know how much shit happens in the fucking news, bro, and gets swept under the rug. Why? Because it didn't happen to a
Pick
famous
that rug
person.
up, homie. Let's see what's going under there.
You pick that rug
Yup.
up. There's a lot of.
Yeah, take that shit out, homie. Like, pick that rug up, homie. Let's see what's going on. Raw and uncut. Straight up. Brown lives matter than a motherfucker, homie. So when I see Black Lives Matter, that's fine. That's cool. I respect that. I keep my distance.
I was
and
out
shit.
there. I was out there in the marches, dog, for the Black Lives Matter, dog. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But and it wasn't. It was for all of us, bro. I mean, you mentioned a lot of black homies, dog, that you were in
Fuck
juvenile
yeah.
system with, and you got love for them, right?
Riders.
You
Yeah,
got love
fuck
for them,
yeah.
right? So
Fuck yeah.
I mean, you would, you know what I mean? I just
My boy Psych Dudes from Bounty Hunters, 112th Street. I got love for a gang of them motherfuckers, homie. You know what I mean? And because why? Because we're in the same struggle and shit. You're black, we're brown, homie, and these motherfuckers want to play us against each other and shit. There's some strong shit going on out there. Whether it's Florence and fucking East Coast, whether it's 18th Street and BPS and shit, whether it's whatever and shit. And I'm telling you like it is, homie.
You know how I used
You know
to
what I'm
work? I
saying?
used to work with this one black dude. I
Yeah.
think he was from Trey 57, dog. I think that's Pomona gang, dog. You know what I mean? Trey 57, dog. You know what I mean? I could be wrong about that, but I know he was from Trey 57, and we talked about personal issues, dog. We talked about our trials and tribulations growing up. I mean, we talked so much to each other, bro, that after a while, it was like, I'm not looking at a black dude with fucking tatted up and supposed to be my enemy. I'm looking at a brother. So I told him, I said, hey,
Like
my
I
G.
said,
I told him this. I said, hey, my G, the shit ever pops, bro, you go one way and I'm gonna go the other way, bro. Because
Well,
I don't ever wanna.
I don't want to. I had somebody say that shit.
I don't
My
ever-
boy Benny Foy from 20s. Benny boy, he's a lifer. Much respect to him. He told me he was in a riot one time and shit. And he was well known for being a good fighter and shit. And he said he ran into somebody that was Mexican, that was him. You know, they were cool and shit, and just like in a riot, and boom, I'm gonna go the other way. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to have that respect and shit.
You know what it is? I
because-
had so much respect for him, bro, that if I hit him, I would have hit him 100% half-heartedly. You know what I mean? Even though we're trained.
I would have probably went the other way, just got up on another one.
but
and
I'm
shit.
just saying, though,
Yeah.
I never wanted, that's why I told him, I said, hey, my boy, I told him, bro. I said, hey, my boy, if shit ever pops right here on some racial shit, bro, I said, bro, go the other way, dog, because I don't ever want to see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, bro. Why, bro? Because
Because you
I
get-
felt like I had
yeah.
love for him, bro. Like
'Cause,
a
yeah,
genuine
just
love
straight
for
up.
him. Because we worked in the cocina together, dog. We worked
cool.
side
We
by
were my
side,
boy.
dog. We washing dishes. We serving trays. We doing this and
Yeah.
that, dog. And I didn't never want to inflict any more pain on him that he's already been through. And I think I really felt in my heart that he felt the same way about me, dog.
Well,
Let me do that
them
too.
fools, dog.
Let me do that right there, baby.
You know, my boy Tiny Solo from A-Trade Gangsta Crib. That fool's a rider, homie. That's my boy. That fool's a rider, homie. Much respect to him. Hair from Avalon Gangsta Crib. Psych dudes from 112th Street, Bounty 100 Watts, homie. Nickerson Gardens and shit. You know what I'm saying? Benny Boy, homie, from fucking from Long Beach and shit. I know them dudes, homie. Scooter from fucking Rolling 60s, homie. You know what I'm saying? Little Huster from fucking Rolling 60s. All them fools are dudes that I grew up with and shit.
So let me ask you a question, dog.
Pete Jungles from BPS, that's the homie.
When it comes to YG, when it comes to Youngster, when it comes to Rudy Vargas,
Yeah.
what aspirations do you have, bro? What do you want? I mean, do you have dreams? We all have dreams, bro. You know what I mean? What is going to be the ending story of YG from Highland Park, dog? What do you want? What do you want your final chapter to be? I mean, what goals? Where do you want to go? What do you need to do, bro?
I want to get into a union. I got a T-shirt on and shit. Local 36, homie, Roofers Union. And my homeboy Lento from Highland Park, dog, he's the one that led me in that direction.
Shout out
He
to
told
Lento.
me.
That's all.
Lento, my boy. My boy, I fucking never been on Instagram and all that fucking social media and shit. Christian Mingle, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Zeus, fucking, you know, MySpace. I was on MySpace back in the day and shit.
Grinder.
So, you know,
What about Grinder?
I never heard of that one.
That's a good.
You know what I'm
app.
saying?
Yeah.
I go on some shit sometimes and you gotta pay for it, and I ain't got that money. You know what I mean? Like, what if I ain't gotta pay for you? I'll just meet somebody in a supermarket shit. Keep this shit old school. You know what I'm saying? At the bus stop and shit, homie.
You do it the old school way, because nowadays people meet each other on social media, and then they meet up, and they
Yeah.
kind of know each other because they went through each other's fucking Instagrams and they seen everything that they do. So I'm just like, I kind of know this person right here and shit. You know what I mean? And then they meet up. But the old school way is to holler at. So you're at the market right now and you see a good looking fucking hyena, my boy. You know what I mean? What is going to be your pickup line? How do you holler at her?
Like, man, like, hey, fucking, I don't know. I really don't know.
What if she's in
I just try to
the
keep
what
it
if she's
honest.
in the beer aisle, bro, and she's trying to decide what kind of beer, and you pull up and you see she's
Hard to talk to
undecisive.
her.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna tell her? You know what I mean?
Like, what are you looking for? Like, what kind of beer are you looking for? You know what I mean? Like, you looking for, like, something to get drunk, or like, get a party and shit, or what's cracking, you know what I mean? But, like, as soon as you start asking questions like that, they think, like, some type of weirdo and shit, some type of stalker and shit. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
nowadays it's weird, bro, because I mean, the only time you ever holler at me, bro.
Yeah.
The only time this fool ever hollers at me is he hollers at me through Messenger on the video chat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so this day and era, I don't get weird by that, bro. I answer it when I can answer it, dog. You know what I mean? But this day and age, people get weird when you call them, let alone a video chat. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's a different era we live in from the era that you were raised in, bro. You know what I mean? How do you feel about this new generation, this era that we're in?
I keep my shit old school, homie. Like when my baby boy was born and shit, he was fucking low. I said, hey, you don't sag that diaper, you pick that shit up. Wear that shit to your nipples. You wear that shit with pride. Wear that diaper with pride. You know what I mean? My baby boy's wearing that diaper with pride. Kick that shit up.
He got that shit gangstered
He side
up.
that shit.
I mean, I remember. I remember back in the day, bro. I mean, bro, you always stayed G'd up. I mean, you were the fucking little motherfucker with hush puppies on, creased up, got the fucking Charlie Brown Cascade shirt on, bro. I mean, you have always been about the gangster style to this fucking day, bro. You know what I mean?
Now I'm not. Now I'm like fucking wearing these long sleeve shirts to cover up my tattoos.
You don't ever.
I'm combing my hair to the side and shit. I'm trying to stay inconspicuous as possible and shit. I don't want no problems.
You're trying to lay under the radar.
I don't want no problems.
Because you told me something about fools hitting you up, and it's like you said earlier before this podcast. You said, "Bro, why am I gonna fucking gangbang? Why are we gonna try to kill each other? Because once we're in the county jail." What did you say, bro? Speak on that.
I told Turtle from Avenues. I was in the park and shit, walking through the park one day with like a gallon of fucking milk that was empty and shit. I was gonna fill some water up, and I was living down there in the river and shit. I don't know what the fuck possessed me to fucking stay down there and shit. When my family kicked me out and shit, my mom said, "You fucking out of here." And I was like, all right. And I left and shit. And I was living in I thought it was a plushed out tent because it fit fucking like 9 people in there. And everybody's trash that they were throwing away, them fucked up ass fucking futon beds and shit. I was sweeping them up, cooking them up, putting them up on the fucking trash can that has wheels on it and shit, and fucking rolling that fucking futon bed over to the Highland Park behind La Estrella and shit. And then fucking the recliner fucking couch that somebody threw out, I'm fucking pulling that up, boom. And then I fucking grabbed the tent that I got from Walmart and shit, and I hooked it up and shit. And the old man Benny was on the side and shit. And I had my shit hooked up. I said, anybody's allowed in my tent as long as you don't smoke that pookie and shit, I mean. You know? And feed him. And when it came to my tent, my shit was plushed out, homie. You know what I'm saying? I had my carpet right there and shit. Feed him. And we were fucking busted in the gym and shit. We were showering in the nighttime and shit. You know what I mean? And fucking, I was around fucking people like that were fucking homeless and shit, but they were jacking me like slowly but surely. I'm watching my backpack fucking move from right here to over there. Like that shit didn't go no fucking legs and walk around. Like, wait, what you got in my backpack? You know what I mean? Like, hey, do me a favor. Can you open your backpack? You know what I mean? And show me what you got in there. And my clothes are in there and shit. And then fucking homeboy Benny's fucking watches in there. Like, what the fuck you doing? So I got to escort him out the park and shit and tell him, hey, check this out, man. You're not allowed in our park no more shit because you're a thief. And no thieves are respected around here and shit. So do me a favor. Don't come back here. Leave and just fucking take it for what it is. You know what I mean? I apologize and shit. Boom, they're gone.
Let's pause this real quick. Let's take a quick break, everybody. Let's take a quick break. Quick break, and we're gonna go on this. We're gonna go and talk on the subject about why YG was living in a tent. Quick break, everybody.
It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. Hey, when you need to speak up. Hey, guess around the corner, get your hands up. Hey, fight for your rights, time to man up. Hey, I don't wanna die, my babies need love. Hey, la 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 for my freedom. Hey, yeah, we don't need them. AK-47 soldier can't hut. Hey, educate your mind, no handcuffs. Hey, you wanna build a wall, this is war now. Hey, you wanna beat us down, you gon' get loud. Hey, these touchy ass cops need to chill out. Hey, COVID-19, get the fuck out. They tryna kill us all, let the smoke out. Hey, she tastes like a peach, but her mouth foul. Hey, shackle on this bus, time to wild out. Hey, sitting in the cell, this is my house. The fight for my freedom, homie, tell no lie. Through the window of my cellar, watch the sun rise up, then come down. Wasted days, wasted life. Put a pedal to my neck, homie, lay me on down. The fight for my freedom, homie, tell no lies. Through the window of my cellar, watch the sun rise up, then come down. Wasted days, wasted life. Put a pedal to my neck, homie, lay me on down. I don't know, fool, what you wanna gonna do for the game change? Mayday, Mayday. When it's time to ride, you know the code name. 1 to the 2 to the 3 for the 4 fade. Hey, hey, play me like an arcade. Okay, drop park bombs, got my wall paint all day. Police brutality, got a code of a cold case. No way, push the boom bop in the high tops. Whoop wop, protest non-stop, talk what you walk. High school, you're probably a big lot. Looking like a pig, you a pork chop. No door knock from the home girl. In the locker room, you got treated like the home girl. Wanna be bad, hope, got yourself a badge, boy. Wanna be hard, but you can't walk the yard, boy. Want a big bite, but you bite like a bitch, boy. But you bite like a bitch, boy. The fight for my freedom, homie, tell no lies. Through the window of my cellar, watch the sun rise up, then come down. Wasted days, wasted life. Put a pedal to my neck, homie, lay me on down. The fight for my freedom, homie, tell no lies. Through the window of my cellar, watch the sun rise up, then come down. Wasted days, wasted life. Put a pedal to my neck, homie, lay me on down. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up.
It's all good. Let's get back in this shit right here. Let's get everybody back in this. Let's get on the why my boy YG was living in a tent. Dog, why were you living in a tent? You got kicked out from your mom's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're living in a tent. I mean, you said you didn't allow anybody that was fucking with a pookie right there, dog. You know what I mean? Why didn't you? Yeah, my boy took his time and did me some drawings right here.
Yeah, that shit's cool. Look at that shit.
Yeah, that shit's tight as fuck, dog.
Can you see that?
Yeah, we're gonna frame that shit up. I want you to sign that shit too, dog.
Hood stocks. And then I got this other one right here. Well, hood stocks.
Yeah,
Boom.
that's dope, dog.
And then cause my boy got 50 racks, so I put the 50 racks right there. 50 on 50th Street, homie. No, we keep that shit, homie.
Yeah.
50th Street in Figueroa.
You know what we're gonna
boy.
do? Let's check it out. We're gonna do phone calls. Do you guys wanna
Yeah,
talk to the homie on some
please.
phone calls? If you guys wanna talk, ask homie some questions on the phone calls. Let me know and we'll open up the fucking chat line for that. But let's talk about why you were. I mean, you're living in a tent down there in the wash, bro. You know what I mean? What
the fuck happened?
I mean, you know, your
I was
mom,
living in a tent at first and shit because I left my wife and my children and shit, homie. Being a fucking baboso, you know what I mean? Being a fucking idiot, homie. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, so whatever happened and shit. So I'm staying in the park right there behind La Estrella. I got my tent pipped out and shit plushed out. My homeboy little boy was able to sleep right there. I'm watching over you. Go get your sleep on, fool. My homeboy Muerto came through, fucking post up, home, so. You know what I mean? The fool, some fucking another rival neighborhood came through and shit, fucking whatever and shit. You know what I mean? I don't fuck around. I just live out here, homie. Nobody's tripping and shit. Then I moved my tent later on. I went behind fucking whatever the fuck. I don't even remember where it was. And then I went down to the wash down by 57 Park and shit, by the dog park and shit. I don't know what the fuck possessed my mind to do that, homie. Because I thought that was fucking the spot to be at and shit. And it was comfortable. And that was not the spot to be at. You know what I mean? And it was in a rival neighborhood and shit, and I like we just fucking felt like fucking the vibe started evilness, homie. Like started fucking taking me over and shit, thinking like fucking whatever, homie. Like fucking my hood's wherever I fucking make it and shit, wherever I stand at and shit. And I went over there and I fucking posted up my tent and I stood right there and shit. But then at the end of the day, I was like, these motherfuckers ain't gonna back me up, homie. Like if fucking somebody comes and smokes me, they're gonna be like, hey, kick back, he's from Highland Park, man. You know, like what am I gonna say? Like, hey, I don't fuck around and shit. You know what I mean? You know, like in the middle of the night, homie, in the fucking LA River, in the river and shit, though, that shit don't mean shit, homie. Fuck you, fool. Get the fuck out of my neighborhood, homie. And that shit happened, homie. And a lot of people got killed, and a lot of people got shot, and a lot of people passed away, homie. And that shit's been happening, and the gang activity's been at a fucking hard time rate, homie. And I don't give a fuck what fucking KTLA says, homie, and fucking LA News and shit. You don't know shit, homie, what really goes on, because what really's going on right now, a lot of people are getting hurt, homie. what I'm saying? A lot of fucking people's families are fucking not knowing what's going on and shit, and they're fucking, man, homie, my fucking heart goes out to fucking my homeboy Demon, fucking Jerry, fucking Cabrero's fucking family, homie. My heart goes out to you, man, and shit, you know what I mean? Because I don't know fucking the fucking pain that you're feeling right now, because my homeboy just fucking went, and what did he do, homie? Fucking some hyena just called him down, fucking meet me right here and shit, and next thing you know, he's getting gunned down and killed, dog, and we don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But all I know is, homie, that's why I'm skeptical on who I trust and shit and who I talk to and shit. And my eyeballs are always around and fucking looking like a psychopath and shit. And I'm not on drugs, homie. I'm just fucking mentally fucked from being locked up, because you gotta talk to somebody while you're looking around and shit, because some shit might pop off across the yard and shit. And I might have to fucking warn you and be like, let's run over there real quick. And that's why I act like that out here and shit. But it looks like I'm fucking on one, and I'm not on one, homie. I'm not on one. I'm not on nothing and shit, man. You know what I mean? I'm just off on fucking adrenaline and shit, and fucking fucking pissed off frustration and shit at a fucking life, homie. You know what I'm saying? And you motherfuckers don't want to give me a job. You know what I mean? Like, I go to these punk ass fucking warehouse. Fuck Hot Topic, homie. You fucking punk motherfuckers, homie, fucking got me sitting there listening to somebody that's like 19 years old, 16 years old. Like, she's like half the age of my fucking stepdaughter Alexa and shit. And I'm listening to her. That's fine, homie. But you guys fucking, I did my best, homie, and you guys want to fucking let me go at the end of the day? You know what I mean? Then I want to go to the union and shit. I got to catch the bus all the way over here. You know what I'm saying? Then the fucking carpenters union and shit. You made me fucking get a application right there on fucking Fremont, homie, and jump off at 3 fucking construction sites every fucking day, homie, with my wife, homie. And try to get you to fucking sponsor me and shit, and you fucking don't want to sponsor me. You know what I'm saying? And then you motherfuckers fucking do all this shit. You know what I mean? And fuck Baron Staffing, homie, you punk motherfuckers, because all you did was take my social security fucking card and my fucking name, homie, and you fucking didn't do shit with it. You know what I'm saying? You know? You didn't do shit. All you did was, I don't know, you probably fucking, I'm a victim of identity fraud and shit, homie. You probably fucking stole my fucking identity and shit. You know what I mean? I'll close the door, yeah, fool?
Yeah.
I'm getting sidetracked for that shit. I don't want to see nothing out there and shit right now. You know what I mean? Right now, and fucking, and so that's what you did, you know what I mean? You know, and they just take your identity and shit, and they fucking, whatever the fuck they do with it, homie. You know what I mean? Kelly Staffing, you want to fucking make me wait fucking 3 weeks for my fucking check. You know what I mean? Consolidated staffing and shit. I got this bitch fucking telling me I gotta wear tighter pants and shit. You know what I mean? Are fucking trying to get at me low key and shit. Bitch, I got a fucking wife and kids in the car and shit. I just want my fucking paycheck. I don't want to get at you. Give me my motherfucking paycheck and shit so I can fucking put some gas in the car for these kids and shit, and put some fucking food in their fucking, buy on some punk ass Happy Meals and shit. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to get at you. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if you fucking bought breast implants with your fucking tax check and shit. You know what I mean? My wife ain't all that and shit, but at the time I fucking love you. You know what I mean? You know, my kids and shit, you know? And I go out there and shit, and I'll be out there Monday and shit to go see my fucking baby boy and shit, fucking for his birthday on Monday. You know what I mean? I got a little bit of money in my pocket. That's cool. You know what I mean? We'll make that birthday happen and shit for my boy, little Rudy.
We're going to make that happen. When's his birthday, bro? This
It's
Monday?
on Monday, yeah.
Monday? Yeah.
Yep.
What can we do for his birthday, dog?
Just fucking pray for us, that's all. You know, pray for everybody, homie. Pray for everybody out here that all this shit stops, dog. Like I said, homie. Like, I told Turtle from Avenues when I was walking to the park and shit, I said, hey, fool, fucking, you know, he said, I don't want you to get mistaken for somebody else and shit because it says HLP on the wall and shit. I said, well, as long as I'm not fucking, it say my name, homie, and I'm not crossing your neighborhood out, I feel like nobody should fuck with me and shit. And he said, yeah, but you know how it is, fool, you know? He said, but I'll tell people not to fuck with you and shit, you know? And fucking every day I would see that fool, dog, Palabra, fool, on HLP gang, fool, and everything, and fucking Lord in heavens above, fucking demons and devils are fucking below and shit on me, fucking, that fool told me, fucking, hey, fool, I got you, you know? Hey, when I see that fool fucking give me a couple, hey, like, Rudy, you need some money for food and shit, fool? You want something to eat? I'm like, fucking, nah, I'm cool, fool. Are you sure, fool? You need a couple cigarettes and shit? You need some cash in your pockets, fool? And this is a fucking enemy, dog. It's a fucking long-term fucking dude, fucking, he's a rider in this neighborhood, homie. He's known. That fool got mad squabbles, homie. That fool got hands. And I got respect for that fool, dog. Because why, homie? Because fucking, you know? Because you know why I got respect for him, homie. And fucking straight up, that fool fucking give me, like, hey, I would never disrespect you, homie. If you give me a couple bucks to buy some food, I'll buy that food, fool. I ain't gonna spend it on drugs and disrespect you like that.
Let's do this, dog. Everything that's donated today, all the donations, are gonna go to YG's son's birthday. All donations. I don't know how much money we have on this that has been donated. I know my boy Marvelous donated $20. Shout out to my boy Marvelous, dog. He's a G. You know what I mean? Everybody that donated today is gonna go to YG's
And I'm going to take it
son's
to him,
birthday.
too, homie. Don't think I'm spending that shit on drugs. It's going to go on. It's going to go straight to him, homie, to my wife's pocket. There you go. Make his birthday better.
All donations are going to YG's son's birthday for this Monday, so he can give his son the best birthday ever. You know what I mean? And I'll even though I don't get this money until a month from now, I'm just gonna pull it out of my pocket and give it to you in advance today, dog. Okay?
Yep. My boy Bobby Boucher right there. Cisco Blue, homie.
Shout out to Cisco Blue. Shout out to all the homies. Let's
I
do it.
love you, my boy. I want you to see nothing. I don't want to see nothing but that food do good, dog.
Absolutely, dog.
You know what I mean? Christine Quiroz Valdez, my cousin and shit. I love you, man. Melissa Zamora Hernandez out there in Arizona and shit. All you people that I known for a long time and shit, man.
Frank, just look at all those donations going up. Frank, $100. Joseph, $20. Milton, $25.
That's
Just
going to you.
medicated,
That's
$20.
going- Yeah, that's going to my baby's mom, man.
Yeah.
Kids.
We're giving all that. We're giving all that money to YG. You know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for donating. Let's open up the phone line. Let's open up the phone line. Let's open up the phone line, and we're gonna talk to YG about. Let's see. Hold on, real quick. Let me get this right, real quick.
Little shooter, I love you, homie. Don't get discouraged, my boy. You gonna make it, fool. You too, Cisco.
All right, there it goes, right there. The chat line's up. Let's do some phone
Don't take that
calls,
shit too
everybody.
hard, Mary Jane, either.
Let's do some phone calls. What's the number, Lucky? Let's do some phone calls. I mean, let's talk to the homie right here. How can we help the homie? You know what I mean? We had a live performance today. I don't think homie showed up. You know what I mean? But it's okay, because this is much more important. $20. ISD Productions. Jennifer Jackson. $20 from the homie Smiley and Jennifer. Love you guys. You know what I mean?
Smiley, that's another motherfucker that raised me, man.
Yeah.
That's another motherfucker, man. That's another dude that raised me and shit, man.
Yeah, Ranting with Ramos podcast. I gotta have him on soon. You know what I mean? Thank you, brother, for the $25, dog. You know what I mean? This dude, I mean, it looks like I'm gonna have to come out the pocket a cool 200 so far. You know what I mean? Mike Raya, stay up, big dog. Thank you, brother, for the $5. You know what I mean?
Yup. Dreamer just said I got you. That's right, my boy.
Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. What up, Smiley? You on Hoodstocks, my G?
What's up, Luz? What's up, Youngs?
What's up, my boy?
Hey, don't even trip, homie. It'll get better. You know, we all been there, homie. We love you, and just be patient, homie. It'll get better. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Hey, Luz.
Yeah, dog. We're listening, dog.
Hey, that's good. That's good. You're looking out for the homie. You know, we need more podcasts like this because, you know, we be going through some shit, especially when we're getting out. You know, so, hey, youngsters, just stay up, homie. We love you.
I love you too, fool.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, dog. Thank you, dog. Love you, dog. Whew. Life ain't fair sometimes, my G, but it's up to us as a community to make it better. You know what I mean? And right now, the community of Hoodstocks, they dropped an easy $200, $300. I got to come out the pocket with $300 just to put that forward to you, dog, and I will, dog.
Yes, going straight to them, man.
You on Hoodstocks? What up? They hung up. Okay. Phone line is open. You guys want to call in, talk to YG. If you guys have any resources for him, you know what I mean?
Another thing too is like, so I got this mental diagnosis and shit. And another thing I wanted to touch is about like I don't know if people are aware of this and shit or not, but in our community we got this shit called gang stalkers. And somebody made me aware of this. I'm like, what the fuck's it?
Hold on. Hold on real quick. Sorry about that, dog. Hold up. You're on Hood Stocks. What up?
Yo, can you hear?
Yeah, turn the volume down in the background, my G.
Oh, you turn it down with it?
What's good, G?
What up, my boy? Where you calling from? Who we talking to?
We're right here. We live in Highland Park 2. We live on 50.
Okay, what up, my G?
That's right.
You know, we're listening to Homeboy's story, and you'll be all right. You know, keep your head up.
That's right, my boy. That's right. God bless you and your family, man. And
Yeah,
I
you
hope
too
you
as
fucking
well.
make it and shit. Just stay out of Dodge and shit, man. Fucking, you know, and try to tell your kids and shit just to fucking, you know, to stay away from all that bullshit. And if they join any gang,
Yeah,
join
for
our
sure,
gang. You know, stay away from
All
that
right, dog,
bullshit,
stay up.
homie. Teach them that knowledge, dog. God bless you, man.
You too as well, man.
God
Thank you,
bless
brother.
you.
Appreciate you, doggy. Yeah.
God bless.
Man,
Yeah.
Fernando, $50. 310. I can't say the first one. $4.99. Appreciate you, dog. Hey, I love you guys. Thank you guys for supporting. This is what Hood Stocks is about. You know what I mean? This is what we do. This is why I started this podcast. You know what I mean? Is to try to make better for us. Change, you know? We need change. And sometimes we need change as a community. You know? All right. They hung up.
Hey, so
Hold on. Get this. You're on Hood Stocks. What up?
Hey, it's Jennifer. I just want to tell youngster, everything's going to be all right. You got this. Just stay strong, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Just keep putting in the work.
thank you, Jennifer.
Co-host.
God bless you
Yeah.
and your family, man. I appreciate it.
You too. You got this, youngster. You can do it. You
Yeah,
made it this
yeah.
far. Come on.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
You know?
It just, you know, it beats you down sometimes and shit. So I'm just,
Yeah, I know. But, we just pull
Yeah.
ourselves up. That's what
I
we do,
don't-
and we
I
just
don't-
keep on going.
Yeah, I don't get fucking crying my heart out and shit.
No, everybody
But
asks
this
for
guy,
their
I know
news,
him,
but-
so you know what I mean. I mean,
I
I
know,
ca-
God damn it, Lucky.
I know him, so I'm gonna just act like the cameras ain't around and shit. You know what I mean.
Yeah, no, that's
You know?
you know what? That's why we love you, because you keep it 100.
Yeah,
Just
that's,
stay
you know,
and just keep on going, and you got this.
That's it. I'm just like I said. I'm the voice of reason and shit. I'm the voice for the
Yeah,
fucking voiceless.
you're a voice of a lot of people. A lot
Hey,
of
and then-
people can relate
hey,
to you.
fool, and then I did a mural right there in Highland Park, fool, and these punk ass motherfuckers went and painted
All right,
it
Lucky.
over.
Love
know what I
you.
mean?
Love you too, Jennifer,
right.
my co-host.
All right.
Love you, girl.
Okay.
Hey,
bye.
I fucking did a mural in Highland Park, fool, and they painted it over, dog. And Charlene called me over, my homegirl lady boy, right? Like, hey, fool, come over here. They're painting your over shit over. I talked to the dude that's painting over. Do me a favor, do me a bottle, fool. Like, don't paint it over and shit. You know, it's gonna stop fucking the people from gang
You on
fighting.
Hood Stocks. What up?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Veneno calling in from Santana, from Orange County, homie.
What up,
Saludos,
Santana?
much love. Just want to let the homie know. Hey, I just jumped on real quick because it popped up on my YouTube, and I saw homeboy, venting, and just let you know, dog, that prayers up to you, homie, and that's
God
put
bless
God
you.
first, dog.
Yep.
Put God first, homie, and Yastuvo, he'll take care of it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. The big suit in the sky is looking out for you and your family, my boy.
And that's it, homie. And we'll be praying for you, homie. And just stay up, dog. Stay on your toes, my boy. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's todo,
Yep.
All right.
Hell yeah. God bless you, man.
Santana,
God
love for
bless you.
Santana.
Straight
Thank
up,
you, brother.
homie.
Appreciate you, brother.
That's right.
Yeah. Appreciate you, doggy. Appreciate you, bro.
Much love for Santana, homie. That's the East LA of Orange County.
That's the East LA of Orange
That's
County?
the East LA of Orange County, homie.
What about
Straight
Anaheim?
up. Much love for my boy Mopey from fucking from Santana, dog. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dog. I mean, how you feeling right now, dog?
I'm cool, fool. I'm feeding like fucking modelo especial. You know what I'm saying?
You want Hood Stocks? What up?
What's up, bro?
What up, G?
Hey, Mike G, I just want to tell you, you an Israelite, bro. You gotta wake up to this truth, bro. You an Israelite. I'm out of here.
That's right. God bless you.
Israelite.
All right,
dude.
bro.
Yeah.
7 lost books of Israel and shit, homie.
I mean, we all the chosen ones. I mean, if
Straight
you don't
up.
feel like you're a chosen one, bro, whatever religion, whatever the fuck, dog,
I
whatever
respect
people
it
think,
all.
dog.
Yeah.
I mean, do you believe in God?
Fuck yeah, I believe in the creator. I read so much shit. One time I was in YTS, fool, and I heard some fucking dude talking about the conquest. The homie fucking Little Grumpy from Coachella, 52nd Street.
That's crazy. You remember all these dudes.
I remember him, homie. He was a big, and I heard him talking about the fucking conquest, homie, the Spaniard conquest, about how these Spaniard motherfuckers were fucking hungry and in search for gold and shit and fucking riches, and they fucking went and sailed across the fucking East Asias and shit, and they went over there, homie, and they fucking landed where they landed, homie, in the fucking land of Veracruz, and they fucking, what did they run into, homie? They ran into a fucking bunch of fucking, what do they say, a bunch of Indians and shit, homie. And fucking to make their way to the Aztecs, they fucking ran into fucking a couple of different tribes and shit. The Toltecs, the fucking, Chichimecas and shit, whatever they ran into. And fucking before they got into it, homie, before fucking Montezuma sold us out and shit, boom, that's what happened, homie. Noche de Triste and shit. He told me about all that shit, homie. The day the Spaniards fucking went in, they fucking were money hungry, homie. They fucking took all these fucking rubies and fucking nice gems and shit that were fucking encrusted in these fucking, these temples and shit in the fucking in Mexico and shit, homie, and they fucking were going across that river and shit, and the fucking that's why they call it Noche Triste. It's a sad night, homie. You know what I mean?
I like it that you're knowledgeable.
And fucking
you know
boom,
your history, dog.
They were fucking hearing the drum beat.
You're on Hoodstocks. What up?
And boom.
You're on
what
Hoodstocks.
happened?
What up?
They got surrounded by Aztecs.
Hold on real quick.
They got surrounded by Aztecs.
You're on
homie.
Hoodstocks. What up? Yo, what up, dog?
What up? What up? What up?
What's up, my
Oh,
G?
man, I just want to tell you guys happy Sunday and shit. Listen to
That's
the
right.
homeboy story and shit. Showing love and stuff from the IE and shit.
That's right.
So you did me.
Insane Empire.
You guys have a good one.
Yup, straight up.
Shout out to the Inland Empire,
Shots
dog.
go out to the Insane Empire, homie. The homies from fucking Fontana, homie. You know what I mean? All the homies from fucking San Bernardino, homie. The homies from Verdugo. All the homies out there, dog.
Shout out
everybody.
to
Victorville.
shout out to Claudia Perez.
You know what I mean?
Love and respect for you, girl.
Eastside Riva.
Shout out
all
to
that
Richard
motherfuckers,
West.
homie.
Weasel. Weasel
Indio,
just
all that
donated.
shit.
Let's see. Hold on real quick. You're on Hoodstocks. What up? You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, homeboy? I just want to say what's up, my boy, YG. I'm from
What's up?
Stockton, California, man. Just
That's right.
want to say, man, keep your heads up, brother.
That's right. You too, man. God bless you and your family, man. Hope you guys make it through this
God bless.
fucking COVID and the crisis.
You too, brother. I just dropped you 50, man, for your son, man.
God bless you. That's
My
going
G.
straight to Priscilla Vasquez, man. My son's gonna have a happy birthday and shit. God bless you guys.
Damn, I ain't gonna be able to get him all this money because I don't got all this money in my bank account. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a
I
cool.
was hearing that, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a cool $200 today, dog. And then when
That's
the
going
money
straight
comes
to my
in,
baby's
I got you,
mother.
dog. All right,
That's going straight to her.
because
All right, boy.
look at
don't
bam,
wanna touch
hot
it.
girl shit from Ramirez. You already know hot girl shit just dropped $100 for you, dog, for your son's birthday, dog. You know what I mean? Damn,
That's
we-
my girl.
homeboy,
This house go out to my homegirl KO
appreciate
right
you.
there, man. I love you, man.
King 9, 500 just dropped $50 for your son's birthday this Monday, dog. You know what I mean?
love you,
This
Rudy.
is this
I
is
love
the
you, Priscilla.
power
I love
of
you
the
guys.
motherfucking community
Straight
right
up.
here, dog. This is the motherfucking power of the community, dog. You know what I mean? If we stand together, dog, we shall motherfucking overcome these fucking obstacles, dog. You know what I mean? There is nothing greater than the numbers and unity. Unity, everybody. Stop trying to kill each other. Stop trying to kill each other. Let's come together and let's help each other, dog.
Brown lives matter, homie. Brown lives matter than a motherfucker, man. Straight up. And so,
Talk real quick.
man, boy.
Talk real quick. Talk.
So drug abuse, homie, you know what I mean? Good opportunities passing you up and shit. That's what fucking Dreamer told me and shit. He said there's gonna be a lot of doors that are gonna be fucking opening up for you and shit, and doors are gonna be closing and shit. So you can't stay hooked on drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying, the feelings and shit. You lost your mentality and shit, homie. So one thing I want to touch is to everybody, homie, all in the neighborhood, homie. There's some shit they call the gang stalkers, homie. There's some motherfuckers out there fucking videotaping you, fucking taking pictures of you and shit, following you for no fucking reason, homie. I don't know who the fuck these motherfuckers are, homie, but it's real. You know what I'm saying? So you tell them motherfuckers mind their own fucking business, homie. If you see fucking that same fucking face, homie, in too many places and shit, tell them fucking get the fuck out of here, homie. Mind your own fucking business. I don't know if they're getting paid for that shit, but one of my homies opened my eyes to that shit. I say, what the fuck is a gang stalker? There are these people that fucking sit there and watch you, homie, to see if they fucking watch if you fucking buy drugs off people or if you fucking do fucking anything and shit. You know what I mean? I don't know, some fucking do-gooders, some fucking people think they're fucking doing some type of good for the community. You're not, homie. You know what I'm saying? LAPD, homie, I don't got no disrespect towards them, homie. You fucking keep your distance. We keep our distance. We give that mutual respect, homie, just like fucking when we're locked up and shit with the fucking COs and shit, you know? We fucking know what fucking lines not to cross. We know what questions not to answer. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is and shit, you know what I mean? We keep fucking our distance and shit. We keep our fucking respect. We keep it mutual. We make sure nobody fucking fucks the innocent community and shit. Any fucking innocent civilians and shit. And they fucking lay off us and shit. That's what it is, homie. You know what I'm saying? We fucking try to teach our kids in the schools, homie, how to not stay stuck in that fucking, that same, that
Stigma.
fucking, that stigma, homie. You know what I'm saying? You know, I understand that shit, homie, because you guys are the future of tomorrow and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but when you're locked up, homie, you know what I mean? That's what happens, homie. They fucking kick you out of schools and shit, and they don't give a fuck about you. They lock you up and they put you in cells, homie. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta teach your kids.
You're on Hoodstocks. What up? You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Or not. Or don't. You know what I mean?
Everybody,
you know?
everybody that's calling
and
in.
so fucking what happened when the fucking American Me came out and shit? We were watching these movies and shit, and everybody had this fucking thing in their mind that they could be these dudes that they seen on TV and shit.
You're on Hoodstocks.
You know
What
I
up?
mean? You know?
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
What up, man? I just want to say hi. Just stay on your 1 foot, man. 1 foot step up of everything.
Straight up. Straight up. God bless
Straight up,
you and your
man.
family.
What's up? What's up, man?
Appreciate you, my boy.
Straight
Thank you for
up.
calling
Straight
in,
up.
brother. Yeah, like you too, my G.
Hey, like I say, and I always say it and shit, man. Like I've been locked up. You've been locked up, Lucky. You've been through YA and shit. You've been through prison and shit. You've been through fucking a lot of shit. A lot of fucking people out there been through some shit. There's people that have been fucking, you know, they're like beyond shit that I fucking even been through and shit. You know, everybody's fucking case is different and shit. God bless the fucking women that go to see their husbands and their brothers and their nephews that are locked up.
What's up? You on Hoodstocks? Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Lucky?
What's up, my G?
Yeah, you're going to send my saludos, carnal, from Guadalajara. I've been watching your show, and
That's
I
right.
just got home and started watching.
Hey,
That's right.
love and respect to Guadalajara.
Hell yeah, straight up.
Hell yeah, my G.
Guadalajara up in this motherfucker. Guadalajara is one straight up. Nothing but respect to you and your family.
Thank you, brother. I
God
appreciate
bless
you,
you.
bro.
Carnal, same watch to you, carnal.
God bless you
Thank
guys,
you for
man.
sharing.
God bless you.
We got Mexico calling in. We got, you know what I mean, all sides calling in, you know what I mean, bro?
Straight
Like,
up.
people,
This is Mexico right here. We're just taking this motherfucker back, homeboy.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to the cats that keep on saying Lucky's gonna get on a sick one, you know what I mean? You know what's crazy about it is I did the B-Real
La bella de
podcast
Sonia,
and I wasn't on a sick
Straight
one.
up.
I was just ready to go and shoot my motherfucking shot, you know what I mean? You know, I was ready to go, you know what I mean? Like, ain't no sick ones, you know what I mean? Once in a while you might bump into the cat that got the bump and you do the bump, you know what I mean? But that's not an everyday thing around this camp right here. I live a sober fucking life. If it's just weed or if it's just fucking microdosing, you know what I mean? But I live a sober life. And sometimes I might come across, sometimes I come across as being on a sick one, but I'm not on a sick one. I'm just passionate about what I'm saying, and I'm passionate about the fucking movement, dog. I'm passionate about our movement, you know what I mean? And when you're passionate about something, you shoot your shit, dog. You know what I mean? I was on the B-Roll podcast, dog, and I shot my shit, you know what I mean? And I called everything around me for what it was, for the good and the bad. Sometimes they're like, you could have came off a little softer. Well, I could have, but that would have not been Lucky Sanzu, you know what I mean? You know?
Get them Doritos there?
Yeah, get this boy some Doritos, you know what I mean? But I love you guys and I
Straight
appreciate
up.
you. So we had a performer that was coming on today. He didn't make it, but we got Diaper Boy right here. And Diaper Boy, you getting on, bro, or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going after Diaper Boy, homie.
You going after Diaper Boy?
Fuck yeah. Let me take a pedicazo real quick, fool.
Yeah, go ahead, dog.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead, dog. Take a leak, dog.
In English, that means a piss. A liquiazo. Let me squintear real quick.
Hold on. What's up? You on the Hoodstocks? Talk to us. What up? You on Hood Stocks?
Hello.
Yeah. Hey.
What's up, homie?
What up, G? Talk to me, dog.
Yeah, this is hey, I seen the homie. I feel pretty seemed kind of bummed out, man. You know, but everything's gonna be good. You know, he's out there. He mentioned a few of my homies' names, like my homie Duke from Mariana. And that fool ain't never getting out. He mentioned that fool's a good homie that he talked about. So he's talking about some. I know that for a fact. The names he mentioned, all homies I did time with on a level 4, real G's, you know, from back in the day. So you know.
What do they call you? What do they call you? What do they call you? You're from Mariana. What do they call you, dog?
They call me Little Train, but I type Simply Marvelous. I've been looking out for you for a while now. I just sent you like $25 earlier today.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
But
you.
like, they call me. Yeah. I've been saying I love what you're doing. You know.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you,
No,
dog.
I
love you, my boy, for supporting, brother.
That's right. Yeah, but they call me Little Train. But you know, I'm your age, dog. I'm already 42. You know, I've been out like 3 years already. Did a little 14. I'm doing it. I'm all in the same boat as all you guys. You know. Just trying to get by, just doing what we got to do to stay out, you know. Because that
It's
shit
a struggle
ain't
too, dog.
in there.
I'm trying to change that for us, dog. I'm trying to
to
change that for us, dog.
Yeah, man. Because you see the dudes that did a long time, the homies that we were, these little mofos that are around now. Yeah, we say it's a new generation with these skinny jeans and all that, but they were still us. They just wear tighter pants nowadays. Doesn't mean that they weren't what we were at one time, you know.
Yeah, they take your head off the same way.
Yeah, we just see a bigger picture, you know. I mean, you think, oh man, because you're driving down the street, you don't see a bald head with size 50. That fool will still kill you, you know. He'll still twitch your tap back because he has some tight pants, you know.
Absolutely, dog.
But what you're doing and bringing on your homie like that, you know. I mean, shit, man. We all have a story, and it's great to hear other people's story. You know, it's like fuck.
This is
but
for
you know,
us.
At the same time, I feel
for us,
the shit
baby.
that he's going through.
Yeah.
I feel the shit you're going through. I feel the shit we all going through. You know,
We all going through something,
we just gotta
dog.
support each.
Hey, my boy, I
all
love
the
you.
time, but
I love you, my boy. Thank you
I
for
love
calling,
too,
brother.
man.
Thank you, dog.
You all.
I don't mean to cut the homie out, but I got callers right here. You on Hood Stocks? What up? Shoot your shit. You on Hood Stocks? What up? Hey, you guys show so much love and so much support. This is the power of the podcast. You on Hood Stocks? What up? They hung up. I want to thank you guys so much, dog, for being compassionate, showing love, and letting motherfuckers know that we can support each other. So we got somebody right here. We got Diaper Boy. Diaper Boy, what up?
What's up, my boy?
What's going on with you?
Nothing much.
What's wrong with your eye, bro?
It's a milky eye.
What's your eye look like someone cummed on it?
Exactly.
Did somebody cum on your eye?
I shot my eye.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera so people can see it. Look at that camera right there. What's wrong with your eye, bro? Did somebody fucking bust a fat wad in your eye?
I missed the shot. I was supposed to hit the ceiling, but I didn't.
Diaper Boy, so you've been posting a lot of drama shit on Instagram, and people are getting at me again about your shit, dog.
Not drama shit.
Bro, you're all in
Just
love
quotes.
and shit. Huh?
Quotes. They're just quotes.
Quotes saying that I can't live no more, this and that, dog.
Not even like that.
What the fuck are they then, dog?
Just regular quotes.
Quotes like what? Put that mic up to your mouth, dog. There you go.
Uh-huh.
What did you do to your eye, bro? What the fuck's wrong with your eye, dog?
I got some new contacts for $5.
For $5?
$5. They're like $50 online.
Diaper Boy.
Yes, sir.
What do you got for us, bro? What do you got for us, dog?
Either squish up hot Cheetos and sniff it like a lion, or a Tajín and sniff it like a lion.
Diaper Boy, is fame good for you?
Just do it for a living, you know?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, fame, I don't feel like fame's good for you, dog. I mean, you're on Hood Stocks. What up?
Fuck C-minus.
Oh, shit.
He's silence, motherfucker.
I mean, C-minus was in his feelings, huh? What up, G?
What's props, Lug?
What up, dog? See, was I off the hook too hard? Hold on real quick. You're on Hood Stocks. What up?
Hey, saludos to all the homies.
Hey, I expected that because you called on a no caller ID and I still answered your fucking phone call, you stupid motherfucker. I mean, you know, when someone calls a no caller ID, I'm like, all right, they're gonna say some stupid ass shit. Or if it's a motherfucking, you know what I mean? I don't know. But anyways,
Your boy Slim.
yeah. Bro, what's wrong with you, dog? What are you drinking?
A little something.
Well, but I can see it, but the camera can't see it.
A little something.
What are you drinking? What is that?
It's IPA.
IPA? What's wrong with you, bro?
Nothing. I'm good.
You're on some drama shit, dog.
I'm good.
Huh?
I'm good.
Are you in love?
Yeah, you can say that, but deep down.
So you have unisex under your eyebrow.
It's unique in them nuts.
Bro, you're making the podcast look bad with all this drama, fucking philosophy quotes. Stop it, all right? Would you stop it, please?
Fine.
All right. I love you, dog, and I worry about your well-being, dog, but you need to stop that shit and man the fuck up, dog.
Sure.
Relationships come and go. How old are you?
Be 31 in 2 weeks.
31 in 2 weeks. A 31-year-old crying about a motherfucking 3-month relationship. Shut the fuck up. Stop it, dog. The pussy must have been super bomb. Was the pussy bomb? Did she have that kung fu grip?
It's like fucking tighter than it takes ass.
Bro, you have never had that tight of a pussy before? So you've been fucking with a lot of blown out females.
Actually, no.
But if they're blown out, then what are you?
That's a good question.
What would you if you were on the outside looking in, what would you consider yourself? Would you consider yourself blown out? I mean, if a female has a blown out pussy, can you have a blown out dick?
If you put it in a microwave and it goes pfft.
Hot pocket.
Oh shit.
Diaper boy.
Yep.
Stop your shit, dog. I don't want you committing suicide, bro.
I'm not gonna fucking commit suicide.
Oh, he just hit that thing. Come on over here. You're good. Come sit down over here, bro. Hey, YG.
Yeah, somebody said General Tops, YG stopped this fool up. That is a little bit. Much respect to Diaper Boy up in this bitch. Why?
Diaper Boy is fucking just really disappointed me on a whole lot of levels. You know what I mean? I just feel like I created a monster, dude. You know what I mean? He was a monster already, but then you put him on the motherfucking camera, you put him on the screen, and he's just a whole nother monster. YG, let's get back here on this podcast, dog. Let's end this shit out. We're close to 3 hours
Diaper Boy,
in.
my boy,
you know
you
what I
gotta
mean?
put some clothes on, homie. Hey, put the camera on this fool real quick one time.
Hold on, let's go. Hold on.
Hey. Diaper Boy. My boy, you gotta be cold as fuck, homie.
My nipples are hard as
You're sitting
shit
in some,
right now,
like,
dude.
fucking,
They're like
like-
fucking diamonds that cut the glass.
I don't know what the fuck that shit is, dog.
He got a diaper on.
I got a diaper.
I'd be like totally turned off.
He's got a diaper on, bro. You know? I mean, you've never put a diaper on, bro? You're on Hood Stocks. What
Where
up?
you get that shit at, homie? So I want to get me one.
I want to give you one.
Give me one at my
You're on
house,
Hood
homie.
Stocks. What up?
He signed this motherfucker right here.
You're on Hood Stocks. What up?
Straight up, fool.
What up, my G? What's cracking? We got some fucking crazy motherfuckers in here. This is a fucking insane asylum right now, dog. We got Diaper Boy. We got YG. We got myself.
I'm here from Chirac right now.
Chirac. What up, baby? Chicago. What's cracking,
Well, I'm
dog?
from the HA. I'm from Long Beach, the east side of Long Beach. Just, dropping out, showing respect to you guys and just supporting on me,
Absolutely, brother. How is it out there in Chicago, my G?
Hey, it's crazy, my boy, because, we bald-headed. We look different than these fools out here. These fools got, like, weird-ass haircuts, but it's all good, just mind your own business and you'll be all right.
They killing a lot of fools out there. They active with the gangbang shit, but there's no politics in their gangbang shit.
That shit. Hey, out here in Chicago, they don't play out here. They shit's to the extreme, man. And we stand out because, our tattoos is different, our stilos different, but it's all good,
Yeah, absolutely, dog. Hey, I appreciate you calling in. Love, respect, dog. You said you're from the Harbor area, dog? Thank you, brother.
Yeah, from Harbor. I'm from Longo.
Longueros,
Eastside
homie.
Longo, baby. Yeah, I fuck with
Stymie,
Longo.
fucking shooter from
Yeah.
Eastside Longo. That's my boys, boy.
Yeah, absolutely, dog. Put the headphones on, dog. Let's go. Thank you, brother. Hey, Lucky, hold on. Hey, Lucky, tell YG give Diaper Boy 10-second body shots.
Oh shit.
Me?
He couldn't take that.
I don't want to do that to him. I don't want
to
to
hurt him, bro.
I don't want to turn him into the human piñata. That's what I say all the kids, the birthday party. Human piñata.
Hey, shout out to Texas Prison Stories. Salud from Tejas Prison Stories. Yeah, I appreciate the $10, dog. I mean, love, respect, dog.
Straight up. Chihuahua up in his motherfucker, homie.
General Tops is saying don't end it. You guys
Zacatecas.
Do you guys not want me to end this podcast? Should we keep it going? Should we keep it going?
Keep that motherfucker rolling.
Should we keep this podcast going?
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Bust one, Lux. Freestyle shit, Lux.
Keep it going. We're going to keep it going.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it going, baby. We're going to keep it going.
Keep it rolling.
What's up? You on the Hood Stocks? Talk to us.
Keep it rolling.
You on Hood Stocks? What up?
Keep it rolling.
Yeah, hold on, bro. What up? You on Hood Stocks? Talk to us.
Well, all right, man. This is a homie from Santa Ana. I just want to let the youngster know that we all are going through some tough stuff and shit, you know. Just went to fucking church, and in the end, I just found out my own family fucking shit behind my back. But in the end, it's just if you find Jesus Christ in your heart, you'll never be alone. And I'm kind of nervous, man. You guys are.
It's all good.
Just speak it, homie.
Speak your
Just
heart,
say it like
G.
if you're saying it right in front of us. Fuck it. Let it flow, dog. That's what I'm doing. Let it flow.
All the friends I had from high school ended up being enemies from the other neighborhood, and so I'm alone. And why? But anyway, that's enough about me. I just want to let him know
Because they're probably dead or in jail and they're gone.
I just want to let him know that, man, just keep your head up, man. And
hey, I feel you. What you're saying, though. I feel what you're saying.
No matter how triste you can get, if you have Jesus Christ in your life.
Straight up. Big soul anyone in the sky.
Hey, just support from Santa Ana and Orange County over here, man. Just
Thank you, brother.
keep it
Appreciate
going,
you,
man.
dog.
It's going to get better, fool.
Thank you, dog.
You mean new friends, dog. You keep pushing forward, homie. That's what you mean.
You're on
That's
Hood
what you do.
Stocks. What up?
No backpedaling.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us. They're not saying something. Let's do it like this.
Or don't.
You want to spit some shit? You want to spit a song?
Yeah, fuck it.
Let's spit a song. Let's do a song real quick.
Let me see.
You guys ready? You guys ready for one of?
Here we go.
No, finish chewing, dog. Do your thing.
This was something I wrote a long time ago. I'm going insane in Southern California. I'm going insane in Southern California. I'm feeling no pain in Southern California. They say it's hard to maintain in Southern California. I'm from the area of Northeast Los, and on this side of town, I'm going insane. This mighty motherfucking suit, to the day that I die, I throw it up with my hands and I hold it to the sky, and I hold the other cannons like a fist, because it's Highland Park gangsta got a motherfucking death wish. I'm creeping through the night like a spirit from the dead. Bullet holes in my body, screws loose in my head. I'm digging dead homies up in the matter of minutes. It's Brown Army of the South, with the ones that did it. Till the dearly departed, may they rest in peace. But fuck all these motherfuckers, dicks, feet, your feet. I put 13 bullet holes in the middle of your head and have you choking on your hood from the hospital blood. I put the cords out just in case you don't die. And watch this punk mother bust a flat line. No love, no pity. Got a heart made of steel, and I'll never fake the funk. I'm just keeping it real. So fucking punk motherfucker, where you at? You talking on the loud mouth shit, you get bitch slapped. 5150, youngster local, and I feel no pain. Shot me out of the straight jacket, homie, cause I'm going insane. I'm going insane in Southern California. I'm going insane, motherfucker. I'm going insane in Southern California. I'm feeling no pain in Southern California. They say it's hard to maintain in Southern California. I'm from the area of Northeast Los, and on this side of town, I'm going insane. You fucking punker, would you tell me how you feel now? Laying in a puddle of blood, you bring spilled out of me. I'm a homie Lux standing on the sideline, cause now the yellow tape, helicopters and some chalk lines. So now if you have got a heart, this probably sounds cool though. Face so fucked up, he got a closed casket funeral. And others homeboy, crooked good low condition. While the SUR, soldiers other recognition. And now you got the nerve to talk shit a little more and find the rats in the hood getting stomped out on the floor. And I'm just telling this shit the way it should be told, cause it's Southsider's word is about as good as gold. I'm just a sick fucking kid trying my best to maintain, cause in Southern California, I'm going insane.
Woo! YG, Rudy, Vargas, everybody give it up for the homie. Thank you for tapping in. And let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you want to ask me any questions?
Hit me with it and I'll hit you back. Boom.
No, do you want to ask me any questions? Top of your head. Do you want to ask me any questions?
Fucking
And I don't usually do this, but I do this because we know each other.
What inspired you to do this, Lucky?
What inspired me to do this, bro?
Yeah, like what was the first step you took? Like, were you just sitting back one day thinking? Because I used to think the same thing. Like, we could just get paid for talking shit like Big Boy and fucking whoever the fuck that is. But we want to keep that shit underground, fool. Like, we want to keep for the voiceless of the voiceless. But, like, what inspired you? And can you hit that fucking 7 stormy days and 7 stormy nights that nobody fucking ever heard before, that underground shit?
Hey, you know what?
Do you even know the lyrics to that shit?
I don't even know the lyrics to that shit. I don't remember the lyrics. But I'm going to tell you this right now. What inspired me to do this is, I don't even got to say it, bro. I mean, because you are the reason, individuals like you are the reason that inspired me to do this right here. These stories need to be told. I mean, who's going to tell them? Nobody's been telling them. Who's telling them now? Hoodstocks is telling them. You know what I mean? These are the stories. This is the bread and butter of Hoodstocks. This is the motherfucker.
I got another gang story to tell.
This is why I started this, from hanging out and being locked up with fools like yourself, dog. You know what I mean? With amazing stories, amazing spirits. From the cuff, shooting from the cuff. You know what I mean? I love you, my boy. Thank you for being on the podcast today, dog.
I fucking love you, Lucky.
Love you too, dog. Love you too, dog.
Hey, and I just want to say, the other day I was watching your shit, and you said that you wanna like send a shout out or whatever. I don't know how you worded it, to your adversaries and shit, and people, your enemies, for keeping you on your toes. And we grew up in a fucking crazy environment and shit. Like, I'm from Highland Park, homie. I don't fuck around. If you ever see me right there on Figure One shit, homie, no, I don't want no problems, homie. I'm just trying to fucking, you know, I'm trying to take my ass to Goodwill right there on Avenue 26 and San Fernando Road and shit and just apply for a job. Don't fuck with me, homie. I ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? I'm trying to recycle my little punk ass bottles right there in Lincoln Heights or fucking in the neighborhood and shit. Don't fuck with me. I ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? I don't want no problems, homie. You know what I mean? I'm 41 years old already and shit, dog. You know what I mean?
Do the streets care how old you are?
I don't think they do and shit, you know?
I don't think they do
like
either.
I said, like, I've been locked up, so it doesn't make no sense for me to go and act like a dickhead with you when I was fucking shooting you a fucking couple of sopas and some fucking a punk of fucking Keefy coffee.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, why am I gonna fucking act like a dick with you out here after I fucking sit there and fucking shot you a care package and was kicking it with you and shit and helping you out with a 3-way and shit in the county jail? Why am I gonna act like a dick with you and shit, man? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Preach, my G. Preach, dog. You know what I mean?
You know?
You on Hoodstocks. What up?
What's up, Lucky? This is Vida Maravilla from El Paso, Texas. Just want to give a shout out to you and your homeboy right there.
Thank you, love. Appreciate
up.
it. Love,
Nothing but
respect.
love and respect for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Straight
Appreciate
up.
Appreciate you calling
My homeboy
in.
Solo out there in Texas and shit, homie.
Yeah, love, respect. Thank you.
Help
love.
me out with a plane ticket. Take me out there for one time.
I mean, would you want to leave? Would you want to leave LA?
Fuck yeah, homie. Fuck yeah, dog. I can't even make it down to the liquor store, dog, without fucking wondering if something's gonna happen to me and shit. Some other fucking dude pulled up on me the other day in front of my headphones pack, fool, like, what, fucking start disrespecting some shit. Like, I'm like, hey, fool, like, my family lives right here and shit. I don't fuck around, fool. That fool's like, whoop, boo, 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 boo. You know, yakety smackety, whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, hey, like, fucking, I'm like, hey, like, I don't fuck around, fool. Like, my family lives right here and shit, you know, man. He looked like he was gonna get out the car. I just walked around him and shit, like, whatever and shit, you know. And fucking, like you said, though, them fools that fucking kept us on our toes and shit, homie. Because we grew up in a fucking neighborhood, homie, where fucking people were the majority. Yeah. And we were the minority. And to be from fucking HLP, homie, from Highland Park, from Monterey and shit, you had to walk a hard line, homie. You know what I'm saying? You had to be fucking, it wasn't, like you said, it was a celebration when you got jumped in and shit. It wasn't just fucking just another name.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was,
you know,
your enemies will shape you into the individual that you are. If you have weak enemies, they'll make you weak. You know what I mean? But on that note, I want to thank everybody that donated today.
Thank you. God bless you, man.
Anna, thank you.
God bless you. Rudy and Melissa, God bless you, man. That's going straight to you. That's going straight to your mom, to Priscilla. That's going straight to you guys.
I love you guys. Thank you for tapping in. Today we are done with Hood Stocks. I mean, everybody give it up for Rudy, YG, Vargas.
He's siding this motherfucker right here.